Alright, everyone, hello. Next game we're playing today is Pentiment. Gonna be solving mysteries in the Bavarian Alps. And other than that, I don't know very much, but you know, I'm always down for very intricate, deep mystery type games. Also, while looking through the options, I saw we got a text-to-speech voice option. So you know I'm gonna put that on.
Notificate voice assist.
Oh, wait.
Voice assist.
Never mind. I thought it was for the actual dialogue in game. I was like, I'm gonna put this on until it becomes annoying, and it got annoying real fast. Alright, so let's see. Easy read fonts. Stylized fonts and right effects may be difficult for some readers. I could read the stylized fonts. Don't worry, you don't need to read it. You just gotta listen to my voice and the things that I say. Unless I have to read this right away. In principio ered verbum a verbum ered. Okay, enough of this. Erase this. Worthless book. Oh, was it that easy to just take things off of paper before a printing press? Just scrape it off? Yeah, this came out in November, and I'm surprised I haven't seen anything about it. Because it sounds like it's a really neat game, seems like people like it. But I feel like I've seen literally nothing about it. So let's jump on that train. Okay, I think there's plenty of mysteries, plenty of puzzles. And I don't know if you can like redo any choices or like go back in time or whatever if you mess something up. I liked that little skull. Oh, actually, I really like these drawings. Ugh. Yeah, I think I'll like exploring the little world and trying to pick up all the pieces of all the murders and scandals going on. Here we go. Bavaria, Holy Roman Empire, 1518. And the best part is, we just play an artist. It's always a non-detective that has to actually figure out the mysteries. And the abbot said to me, Andreas, don't want you distracted from the decisions in the library. You need to finish the commission by the end of April. Keep your conversation with brother Piero to a minimum. Finish the commission, I guess, since you're an artist. Isn't that much earlier than you were expecting? Yes, he had told me I had until the Ides of May. Asshole, and he's not gonna pay you anymore, is he? He has no appreciation for the cost of your sweat. I thought it said Saint Goblin. Saint Grobian. The yield of labor should not be measured in coin, but in personal satisfaction and self-improvement. With the music down just a tad, just a tad bit. There we go. Maybe a little more. Brian, 6 hours work hours. Personal satisfaction doesn't put much food on the table, though, does it? How did you reply to the abbot, Andreas? Said I would do my best to get it done by the end of April. I told him I would be done when it was done, sometime before the Ides of May. I shrugged and kept on working. I do my best. With discipline and mindfulness, you will persevere. If you don't kill yourself striving to meet the abbot's unreasonable expectations. What she said. What's the point in burning your candle to the nub for the idiot abbot's sake? Despite the abbot's ire, you must endure. Soon you will have finished both the abbot's work as well as your masterpiece. And then you will return to Nuremberg while marriage and your new life as a master awaits you. Nuremberg free. Okay, so you can click on, I guess, any of the underlined things. Free Imperial City, the Holy Roman Empire, major trade center, and the City of Arts, including printing. Hold on. What does this do? Oh, okay. So you can, like, look around at all the little, I guess, fun artworks and stuff. Alright. Back to it. Yes, marriage to someone he has never met. Hardly ideal. Well, the alternative is becoming a philosopher. Oh, Jesus, then you should definitely get married. Is she pretty, at least? Let's see, this woman person is letters, maybe he's trying to lift my spirit. Small portrait said was lovely, but we artists can be flatterers. Oh, who knows? That's not why I'm doing it anyway. I guess that's not why I'm doing it anyway. It is growing late. The wheel of time stops for no man, Andreas. I fear you must leave us. Ah, true, your majesty. Will you visit us again soon? Hopefully, but it's out of my control. I don't know. I can't always dream of this place, your majesty. I guess it's out of my control. As are many things. Trust in Providence. Rubian, please see Andreas safely home. Of course, your majesty. Until next time, Andreas. Till next time, your majesty. Pay no mind to the other fools, Andreas. I never do. Jesus. This poor guy. Oh my god. What does it say about me being on a boat full of fools, though? Ow. But at least I would if they'd stop stepping on my feet. Watch where you're going. They're fools, Andreas. No point in trying to teach them anything. I know old John wants you to endure the abbot's shit, but since I can take you home, I get the last word. You know, I do wonder what it would have been like to be the fool back in the day. For a king. If they're actually as, like, mindless as this, or act that way. Or if it's just the easiest way to make the king laugh. Don't let him run you ragged, boy. That won't push me on. I just trying to keep order in the abbey. I'm an outsider. Right, an outsider he brought in. If he wants your work, he has to deal with you as you are. Oh my god. Just gonna sock this one. Gah. Would you please stop? Oh my god. Beat the shit out of him. He's killing me. I give up. Take me home, Robian. As you wish, Andreas. Good morning, Ursula. Okay. Children speak. Time to get up. Baron. More pages back to the Abbey. Let's see, another day, another few pages for the Abbey, and hopefully a few for myself. Need to get across town, head up to the Abbey so I can start work at the scriptorium. Oh my god. This world might be bigger than I thought. Okay. Well, let's see. Brother Piero of Verona, artist of Curso Abbey, known for his kindness and helpful nature. Brother Piero is also respected as master painter, specializing in works of extraordinary color. Ursula, daughter of Peter and Clara, half-sister of Eva and Big George. George? George. And that's me. Andreas Mailer. Okay. Really should have cleaned this up. The Pictrix, Kia Solomon, the Heptameron, Prayer Fran. Okay, I guess that's just him. No definition for that. Keeps giving me all these books to read. Go to bed, please. Not tired yet, perhaps after compline. Wait. Monastic hour corresponding to 8 p.m. One below hours of prayer. The monks and nuns retired to their dormitories shortly afterward. Sure. Hello, Ursula. Andrew. Insightful as always. Good morning, Andreas. Did you sleep well? Ordinary as far as sleeping goes. Well, as long as you didn't sleep poorly. Anyway, I know you'll be off to the Abbey, so I packed you some food. Okay, I was about to say, offered some food. Almonds, cheese, and some of the rye you like from the Albans. Is the text, like, kind of weird for this one? Otto wanted me to ask you if you'd join him for dinner at the Abbey. Show me Otto. That's Otto. Otto stopped by? Yes, around dawn. Here you are, Andreas. It's too kind of you, Clara. Many thanks. Master Andreas, if it wouldn't be too much trouble, could we... Would it be so much trouble if you paid next month's rent today? Damn. If we raised it by 2 groschen... Come on. I hate to ask, but we're behind on our taxes to the Abbey. 2 months behind. Peter's losing his hair over it. Even more than usual, I mean. Who's Peter? Of course, I'm coming along. This is not the question. I think I can manage that. I'm not... Wait, what does the thought bubble do? Not sure how to respond to this. Rent wasn't due until the beginning of May. Generous Andres, you can spare money and will ease your burden. You must take the consequences of inaction into account. What is this shit? Don't they pay taxes every year? What is this falling on you to fix? Okay, so I guess I have, like, from the dream in my head, I have the Fool, the Philosopher, I guess just the Lady, and then I assume there's also the King. You know what? Well, if I can spare them, I have no idea how much money I have, so I'll say yes. On the other hand, she might think she can keep asking me for advances on rent. I suppose that's not out of the question. Yes, I think I can manage that. We're so grateful, truly, Andreas. I apologize again for asking. It's just awful to be stuck in such a position. Our taxes get harder to pay every year. Peter works hard, but it just never seems like it's enough. St. Luke bless you for helping us out. Tell me about St. Luke. Christian evangelist and patron, saint of artists and physicians, often represented by a winged bull. I'm learning a lot already. Speaking of St. Luke, how's your masterpiece coming along? It's been 2 months now, hasn't it? Slowly, I'm afraid. Most of my days are spent doing work for the Abbey. It's only during the divine office that Prior Brink allows me to work on my masterpiece. Prayer times observed by all Christian monastic orders. Monks and nuns pray together 7 times a day and once at night, as dictated by the rule of Saint Benedict. I feel like the Abbey shouldn't really be asking me to be working on anything if they essentially are commissioning me to do some art or whatever. I feel I should just be working on the art. A reasonable restriction, but slow going. The city council doesn't require it to become a master. I'm making it mostly to show clients, and for my own sake. And yes, when I do finish, I will go back to Nuremberg, where I'll marry and open a workshop of my own. From Nuremberg to a university, now traveling the world as an artist. What a life you have ahead of you, Master Andreas. Yes, I suppose it does feel like I'm starting a new chapter in my life after... I'd say a little too much fun. Must be rather frightening, starting all over again. I owe it to my family to make something in my life. Again, every time I read Maine, but I was like, it must be make. Let's see. Or is it showing like that's how it used to be like spelled? Like make was Maine or something. See, it is, but I know now that this is what I want to do. This will be remembered. Interesting. Not many people get to decide that. Certainly not anyone in Tassing. Anyway, I don't know anything about art, but I've seen you sketching such beautiful things in your little book. You were looking at my book? Your masterpiece must be wonderful. It is. It's my finest work. Good. It makes me glad to see some confidence in the men around here sometimes. Now I have to get back to my own work. Have a good day at the Abbey, Andreas, and we'll see you after Vespers for supper. A sick hour at dusk, one of the major prayer hours, followed by supper. Not tonight, but thank you. Klaus Drucker invited me out over for supper. Damn it, I clicked on the last name. Of course, please say hello to the Druckers for us. Of course. Until later, Clara. Let's see, do we have anything to talk about? Okay. I guess when it's something like that, it's just a small conversation. Never mind. Let's see. You say you're behind on the taxes to the Abbey. Exactly how much are you short? Oh well, about 2 guldens worth. Coins use currency throughout the Holy Roman Empire. Though different standards exist for the gulden in different regions, generally equivalent to the Florentine florin. I'll assume that's a lot for a peasant. If you can't pay your rent early, that's all right. I'm sure we can find some way to pay the abbot. I'm happy to contribute wherever I can. I know times are hard for you right now. You have a good heart, Andreas, but I'm afraid I can't accept. Why not? You're just too proud of a man to ask for charity while there's still ground to till. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have asked you about rent in the first place. You're young and have your own life ahead. Let's see, I'm happy to pay early, Clara. You've been a good host to me, and I can do more without more than your family. Wait. I can do without more. No, still confusing. Bless you, Andreas. Don't mention this to Peter, alright? God bless you, Andreas. You would hate to know I told you about our troubles. I also kind of hate how the emphasized text comes in after the rest of the text does. Let's see. He won't know a thing. Thank you, Andreas. Till later, Clara. To the garden. Who's this big ol' lug? Okay, guess I can't talk to him. Peter! Andreas? Okay. Bill Peter! Bless you. God bless you. Andreas. Oh, yes, Andreas. This weather's been, I'm gonna assume, god-awful? Yeah. This town's gone to shit since my days. Are things very different when you were young? As different as beer and piss. The old abbot didn't bother us much about our customs. He didn't mind if we left a little offering to her Persha to keep the skies clear, the weather fair. Pagan goddess of the Alps, associated with animals and spinning wool. She is still invoked by some Christians in Austria, Switzerland, Bavaria, and Swabia. Matthias knew that Christ was in our hearts, even if the White Lady's name was on our lips. Which banned all observances of pagan gods, Elpier. Serval comes. I'm gonna assume like ill means saint, or not saint, like senior. Saint, or it's protected easing. You think the spirits have been fouling the water since someone follows the customs anymore? Sort of old customs. The kind that scare away witches and keep spirits from calling storm clouds over our farms. The saints weren't the first to watch over Tassing. My father knew that. Old Rannig Kemper knew that. Rannig Kemper, the late husband of Tilia. That bastard abbot may not like it, but some of us keep the traditions alive. The old widow of Tilia, I won't mention that at the abbey. I won't mention that at the abbey. Pah, the abbey. Persia's hounds take the abbot. Right. I should go. Alright, God bless you. Thank you, Elpier. Okay. Guess sheep blocking. It's Big Jorg. Morning, Andreas. Morning, Big Jorg. How's it going? You working today? Just taking a rest for a bit. Dad's still in the field. He hit a big rock with the plow, and it took me God knows how long to pull it out. Yep, there we go. You off to the Abbey? Every day but Sunday. Right, thank God for Sundays. I assume, like, rest? Smells like a storm's coming, no? Huh, just smells like fresh alpine air to me. You've been traveling too much. Or was it you spent your Wanderjahr before you came to Tassing? Wandering years, during which a journeyman, artist, or craftsman travels far and wide to improve their skills. Pick a background that'll affect your character's choices going forward. See, Basil Andreas knows some Italian and French and can reference cultural touchstones from Basel and nearby Bern, Zurich, and Freiburg. Countries. Andreas knows some Dutch and French and can reference cultural touchstones from Antwerp, Bruges, and Ghent. Italy. Andreas knows Italian, a little Greek, and can reference cultural touchstones from Florence, Venice, and Milan. I kind of want to go with Italy. Dutch and French, Italian and French, Italian and a little Greek. How about Dutch and French? Yeah. Antwerp, Bruges, and Ghent, all the great art cities of Flanders. Where's that? North and west, down by the sea. There's your problem. The sea air has confused your sense of smell. Spend enough time in these mountains and you'll be able to smell a storm coming. How long will that take? You know, surprisingly, I saw my uncle recently, and he was just telling me about like how he can smell when storms are coming. And I kind of was like, at the same time, whatever, and also like, huh, interesting. Because like, I can kind of get that, but I feel like it's a weird thing to, I guess, mention. 10, 15 years? I don't think I have that long, Big Jorg. What'd you spend all that time in Flanders doing, anyway? Other than art, I mean. Let's see, was I a hedonist? Seeks out pleasure wherever he goes, extremely sociable and quite experienced in all the enjoyable vices of the world. Andreas lives to work and dedicates all his time to his art. Bookworm Andreas spends all his non-working free time finding and reading as many books as he possibly can. Rapscallion. Andreas has a penchant for getting involved in petty schemes, pranks, minor crimes, and fistfights. Or businessman. Andreas devotes most of his time to self-promotion, optimizing business expenses, making investments, and balancing his books. Let's see. Booksman, craftsman. You know what? Let's say he was a bookworm. Because it kind of made it sound like he wasn't necessarily working on art earlier. To which it sounds like hedonist would be the most, you know, fitting thing. I want to go with bookworm. Reading mostly and talking about books. I couldn't get enough of it. Flanders is some of the most incredible manuscript illustrators in Christendom. And the books they produce are treasures, every one. I didn't realize that books meant that much to you. I've seen Father Thomas's Bible and a few other books. I haven't had much use for reading, though. I was gonna say, I guess it is kind of wild that he can actually read. Anyway, I have to get going. George, let's go! Dad's already acting like I'm talking too long, even though I did all the work to get that rock out. See you later, Andreas. Till later. I can tell this is gonna be a very conversation-heavy game. Alright. I like that it's always the sheep blocking paths. Schmidt's smithy, it's so much smaller than the one he uses at the Abbey. Oh, Andreas, good timing. Do you have a moment to lend me a hand? Already late to the Abbey. Let's see what he wants. I'm curious. Wonderful, I got too many irons in the fire. Or rather, shoes. Horseshoes. I miscounted how many I put in. Now I need a hand, else they'll overheat and I won't be able to work the metal. Introducing me to activities. Here, take the shoe and the tongs. Put the hot part of the shoe on the anvil and I'll hit it with the hammer. Oh. Nice. Ding. Ding. Good, good. Next one. You know, metalworking is pretty cool. Too bad it would take so much to actually, like, pick it up as like a hobby or activity or something. Oh, well done. See? Short work. Just watching any kind of like forge type thing, really entertaining. Thanks for the help, Andreas. I don't know what I was thinking doing all of these at once. Sure it would be nice to have someone to help me out here every day. Consider an apprentice, a child. You can consider an apprentice. I have. None of the boys in the village seem interested. Keep at them. I bet you could get Bert Drucker. Wait a second. Look at this thing. And this thing. Oh, the illustrations in this are great. Ha! Klaus would have my head if I tried. Anyway, I don't want to take up any more of your time. I'll see you and Otto out by the Abbey guest house for dinner. Until then. Can I actually go? Okay, so I can, like, divert my path. Why are there so many sheep? Martin, please, can you give me a hand here? Blow it out your nose, you old hag. What do you want? I'm keeping an eye on him. That looks a lot like standing there doing nothing. Martin, for Christ's sake, help your cousin. Morning, Andreas. Excuse us, one of the fence rails fell and the sheep started hopping it. I see. Martin, idiot, you gonna help them? Should I offer to help? Perhaps helping others also helps us. It allows us to feel useful and take satisfaction in our work. The idiot Martin should be helping them. Yell at him. Give him a good scare. Then again, I don't know anything about sheep, and I probably just get in their way. Anything I can do to help? Have you ever handled sheep before? Well, no. Then no, but thank you. Christian of you to offer. Oh, looks like there's something going up at this, Steinmauer's place. There's certainly some commotion. Who's that on the horse? Looks rich. I don't know, Martin, but, Lucky is giving him an earful. Let's see, I haven't seen Lucky that worked up since Peter and Clara's wedding when Joan pulled his pants down. let's clear this, Johan. Why is Johan? Knocked two of my man's teeth out. You don't want to feel the strength behind the stonemason's anger. You think he's a noble? He looks really rich. Damn it, Martin. Stay out of trouble for once. Or goddamn it. What, Aunt Hetty? Behave yourself. So don't we have enough to deal with right now? Andreas, if you wouldn't mind moving your skinny little body up the road, we need to get these sheep under control. Of course, see you later. Hope your aunt and cousin, alright? Eat shit, Andreas. Alright, fuck you, Martin. Kick your ass later if I have to. Let's see, can I go this way? Nope. Alright, to the church. Almost. We still gotta meet all the townsfolk. Fuck our house. Whoa. That's some wild text you got going on there. Morning, Andreas. How's it going? Oh, is it because he's the stonemason? Morning, Klaus. Another day at the Abbey, another few hours to work on my masterpiece. Good to hear. You still coming by for supper tonight? Maria and Bert would love to see you. Oh, yeah. You really need to get these new woodcuts I have for an Italian edition of Till Eulenspiegel. The titular character of a popular 15th century book, Till is a prankster, continually exposing the vices and hypocrisy of others. He's also quite skilled at tricking people into smelling, touching, or eating his excrement. Damn, dude. Humor never changes throughout the ages. It's always shit-related. I didn't realize Father Thomas would let you print books in Italian. Come on, Andreas. Oh, no, he's not the stonemason. He's a, book... worker? What do you call it? Keeper? He's not that strict. I know he's just trying to protect people from heresy, witch mania, adventure stories of questionable and moral repute. Your sloppy typesetting. Heresy? Sure, why not? Some of the things people are publishing these days would make a bishop's head spin. Or an abbot's. It doesn't take much with that one. I know it, but at least I don't have to deal with him much. So supper tonight, after Vespers. That's the prayer? Yep. Of course. Great, I'll tell Marie and Bert you're coming. See you then. See you later. We'll finally make it. God bless, Master Mailer. I hope your week is going well. See, thing Father's going quite well, just on the way up the hill to get to work. Good, good. Andreas, I don't recall seeing you at Sunday morning Mass. You understand how important it is for your salvation that you receive Holy Communion, don't you? Let's see. I just stayed up too late on Saturday. I don't want to get into an argument with him about this. Going to church on Sunday be such a burden? Not for his sake, consider it for your own. And his many duties, Father Thomas should appreciate how hard you work to help the Abbey. This asshole can't make you go to Mass, to hell with him. I love the Fool's, every single one of the Fool's suggestions to basically throw chaos into a situation. You know what? Let's see, I guess we could go to church. Mass can be an uplifting experience, remember? Right, there's no need to argue. I should make a better effort to get to Sunday Mass. I promise you, I'll make it this Sunday. You don't have to make a promise to me, but our salvation is contingent on the... Hey. Oh my, what a blessed day to receive such an illustrious visitor. Master Mailer, this is Lorenz, Baron of Rothvogel, a great lord from the countryside near Worms, which is a prosperous imperial free city in the western part of the empire, located on the Rhine River. Worms has been the site of many imperial diets. Hello, killer. Yeah, new game. It's a very dialogue-heavy game, but supposedly there's gonna be a lot of mysteries and murders. and it takes place in 1518 Bulgaria. I'm doing good, how are you? See, good to see you, Father Thomas. It is nice to be remembered fondly. I only wish all of your neighbors here as welcoming. Well, yes. Yeah, I don't mind the reading so much. What brings you back to our little town? My wife and I were returning from a trip to Venice. We spent a few days in Innsbruck, and it was terribly dull. Venice, one of the most powerful republics on the Italian peninsula, sitting on the northwest coast of the Adriatic Sea. Venice is a major center for commerce and art in southern Europe. Innsbruck, capital Austrian county of Tyrol and major stop on the Imperial Road connecting Italy and Bavaria, is the closest major city to Curacao Abbey and Tassing. Notably, it was also the site of witch trials in 1485. Good, glad you're doing well. I mean, it has a certain charm common to these alpine cities, but the place was crawling with nobles for the Emperor's Diet. An imperial diet is an assembly of 3 colleges of the imperial states of the Holy Roman Empire. Prince electors, the princes and dukes, and representatives of the imperial cities. They meet to deliberate on matters of importance to the empire. The Emperor, was he there? Did you see him? Oh, briefly, but he was sitting for a portrait at the time. Quite lovely. I didn't want to bother him or the painter. You know what? I'm gonna... Where's this? Let's make the dialogue speed a little bit faster. That way I'm not out reading it. Let's see. Who was the artist, my lord? I'm sure you know him, an older man from Nuremberg with enough of a reputation to paint the Emperor. Sorry, my lord, I'm not sure who you mean. Have you not heard of Albrecht Dürer? Pity, I thought he was known across the empire. Dürer is a renowned painter and printmaker from Nuremberg. He is revered in Venice as well as across the Holy Roman Empire. Since 1512, he has enjoyed the patronage of Emperor Maximilian I. Anyway, my wife wanted to stay a bit longer in Innsbruck, and I decided to ride ahead to make a visit to Curacao. I heard Father Matthias died shortly after my last visit, of course. Father Racuso before Father Girna, widely respected by the monks and nuns, as well as people of Tassing, known for his kindness and his love of books. Great loss for the Abbey and for us all. Indeed, by good fortune, I recently came across a copy of the Historia... What's this? I see, an account of early history of Tassing. Curacao's previous abbot, Father Matthias, had a copy. Baron Rothvogel brought another to the Abbey as a gift. He was reading during the last visit. Father Matthias is hoping to find a second copy to corroborate the contents of the first. It contains some fascinating details about the history of this place. I'm afraid they might even cause a bit of a scandal. Ah, yes. But I must be off. There will be time enough to discuss Tassing's past later. I commissioned a manuscript from the Abbey through Father Agurno, and I have come to check on his progress. It's him. Oh, my lord, if you have come to see your manuscript, you should speak with young Master Mailer here. Not quite a true master yet. I still have to marry and be approved by our city council. Honored to meet you, my lord. Andreas is a journeyman artist from Nuremberg. For the next few months, he's also helping in the Abbey's scriptorium. Room for writing, illustrating, and illuminating manuscripts. Though typically associated with monasteries, they have disappeared from almost all abbeys by the 16th century. So I guess like writing and manuscripting and like illustrations are kind of all in the same field, I assume. So I assume Andreas is just all that. A Nuremberg artist working in Abbey scriptorium in 1518? Oh, we should talk, Andreas. I must know the story. Of course, my lord, it would be an honor. Wonderful, it's so rare to find someone in the countryside who knows anything about art. Thank you for the introduction, Father Thomas. Come to supper at the Abbey tonight. I'm inviting you to the Abbot's table. Did the Abbot invite me? Ooh, so now I have to make a choice between going with the nobles or going with, other guy. Oh, don't worry about it, Father. Just show up after Vespers. What is he going to do? Refuse us? Excellent. We will see you then. Michelle, so I'm dismounting. Run ahead of us and take the horses to the Abbey's guest house. I'd like to take my fine time talking with Master Mailer. I'll meet you there. At once, my lord. Oh shit, now I'm stuck in a conversation. Okay, we're at least still going to the Abbey. So then, a journeyman from Nuremberg. Forgive me for saying so, but you seem a little old for yet, you're a little old to not yet be a master. Are you unmarried? No, I'm not married, but in truth I came to my vacation later than my father and brothers. I was in university for a number of years at Erfurt. Erfurt is one of the most populous cities in the empire and is located near its heart. It has been home to a respected university since 1379 as the center for humanist thought. Erfurt, wonderful. Small? The same university as Martin Luther. Have you read his works? Tremendous mind. Recent professor of theology at the University of Wittenberg, controversial for his opinions on the church's sale of indulgences to forgive sin, which were recently published and distributed throughout the empire. He says things about the church that should have been said years ago. Might get him into trouble, but he's a brave, brilliant man. Wait, you may have even met him, did you? You must tell me. No, he was a few years ahead of me. Still, his ideas do seem fascinating. I agree wholeheartedly. I simply must meet him if I get the chance. I wonder if the good brothers of the Abbey have heard of him. Perhaps they have even read his list of 95 theses against the church. His propositions against the church's practice of selling indulgences for the remission of sin. It's written in 1517. Father Matthias was not above having a lively debate. I hope Father Gernot does not disappoint in that regard. From what it sounds like you will be disappointed. But enough about Luther for now. Tell me about your university studies. Forgive me, Baron, but did you attend university? You seem very well educated. No. My father is merely wealthy enough to provide me with all the books and tutors a child could dream of. I love all knowledge, from Aristotle and Cicero to Finchio and Erasmus, and everyone in between and yet to come. Greek philosopher, Erasmus of Rotterdam, Dutch priest and philosophers among northern humanists. She was a 15th century Italian priest and humanist who was once the leading figures of the Italian Renaissance. Well known for his translations of the works of Plato into Latin, Cicero, statesman, scholar, lawyer, and renowned orator of the late Roman Republic. He is revered both for his contributions to Latin literature and his skill at rhetoric. I may have misjudged the Baron. It seems he is as well read as any university student. In truth, I am simply happy to speak with another well-educated man. Now then, did you earn your doctorate? I did. Okay, weird. No, I didn't. Only a master's degree. I started working toward a doctorate, but didn't finish. Oh, that's a shame. Well, what was your area of study? Ooh, alright, let's see. So we can do theology, strong understanding of Catholic theology, biblical knowledge, canon law, heresies, and similar subjects. Imperial law, based on the basics of the fractured systems of law that govern the various states of the Holy Roman Empire. Medicine. Andreas is familiar with the basics of human biology, medicine, and illness. As much as I want to pertain to myself a little bit and maybe medicine, I feel like Imperial law would be pretty good. Let's do that. Law. I suppose I thought I could practice in Nuremberg. I never had much interest in the subject, honestly, a bit dull for my taste. You know, I don't know how the education system works back then, but man, it seems like Andreas would know a whole lot if he knows like law, and I guess I did have the past of like booksmen, doing art and stuff. Let's see, besides, the Empire is such a mess of jurisdictions: Bavarian law, Rhenish law, Franconian law, nonsense. I'd rather use my money to pay someone who studied the nonsense than learn it myself. Fair. You, if I had any faith, I would have prayed you never show your face here again. Damn me, or... Curse you, Lorenz Rothvogel. Perhaps those dogs tearing you to pieces would be too kind to fate. Well, damn, that was, these rustic communities display a shocking lack of hospitality, don't you think? What was that about? Who knows? By the time I finish guessing, the old crone will probably be dead. Okay, well, wild. Well, what of your early time in university? Every student must study the trivium and quadrivium, yes? Trivium and quadrivium represent the lower and upper divisions of a classic liberal arts university education. Latin, grammar, logic, and rhetoric form the trivium. Arithmetic, geometry, music, and astronomy form the quadrivium. Did you have a favorite subject? Let's see. Latinus. Andreas has a strong command of Latin grammar and vocabulary. He can also easily recall sense. Integrated quoted words of wisdom from the Roman Republic Empire. I feel like that's useful. Andreas instinctively thinks through the implications of information as he receives it. He's adept at spatial analysis and can easily perform complicated calculations in his head. Order excelled at rhetoric in university as a skilled teacher, persuader, and public speaker. Cultist. Andreas knows a soul-endangering amount of theoretical and practical knowledge on alchemy, astrology, theurgy, necromancy, and various magical rites and ceremonies. Damn, would he learn that in college? Heaven and Earth knows a great deal about the constellations, heavenly bodies, and their movement. He's also familiar with various plants and animals from studying personal experience. Alright, so I'm thinking Latinist, maybe Order, or Heavens and Earth. Maybe Magician, but I feel like that's too boring. How about Orator? Be a good persuader and public speaker. The art of persuasion, naturally, rhetoric. Ah, I assume you cited the Greeks and Romans both. Yes, Aristotle and Cicero, of course, but also Christian thinkers like Augustine and Thomas Aquinas. St. Augustine of Hippo is an early Christian philosopher, theologian, and bishop of Hippo Regius. He is recognized as a doctor of the church and is most known for his works, The City of God, and his autobiographic confessions, as well as his development of the doctrine of original sin. Cicero, no wait. Thomas Aquinas, an immensely influential philosopher, theologian, and jurist, tradition of scholasticism. True, we have use for public discourse, or less use for public discourse than sinners did in the Roman Republic. Exactly, the doctors of the church weren't trying to persuade politicians, but to move the mind towards Christian truth. Still, the principles remain the same. Invent your arguments, then arrange, style, and internalize them before delivering them to your audience. Splendid, though I suppose an artist has little use for rhetoric, especially in a place such as this. Not true. Rhetoric is also an art, and like other forms of art, it should be created for the audience and its purpose. It can be practiced as easily in the streets of a rural town as in the Curia of Rome. Though outshone by its northern neighbor Florence, Rome is still the seat of power for the Catholic Church and an impressive center of the arts. Well put. In your other studies, was there anything else you excelled at? Damn man, they're really pushing me. Okay, so I can choose Latinist now. So you get a couple of these. Yeah, I'll do Latinist now. I focus on Latin. It's useful in so many ways, but especially for understanding manuscripts. Wonderful, a beautiful language used in the greatest empire of the ancient world. Tell me, what is your favorite sententia? Sententiae are commonly understood moral maxims, typically originating from ancient Rome or Greece. They may be employed as a sort of quasi-logical rhetorical shorthand among educated audiences. Everyone enjoys the smell of their own farts. Remember to tell the tale of another's kindness many times, but whatever kind deed you do for others, keep quiet. Everyone enjoys the smell of their own farts. Huh, but using Erasmus is cheating. A little, but Erasmus was paraphrasing Aristotle. Fair, if you don't mind dipping your Latin cup into a Greek well. I won't lie, I'm like... Ah, there's the Abbey. I'm like in a deep pool right now. With, all these references to things, and I'm like barely keeping my head above the water. I have good memories of this place and of Father Matthias. I was sad to hear of his passing. How'd you come to know him? How did you come to know of Curacao at all? My family have been patrons of Curacao for, oh, I don't know how many generations. Some years ago, I heard that Curacao still had a wonderful library and artisans. Professional artists have taken over most manuscript production, so I was shocked to find an active scriptorium here. Not much left of it these days. Old men, young scribe me. Good place as any to create art. Artists that remain here are quite talented, if a bit old-fashioned. Well, I'll say quite talented, if old-fashioned. Well, Curacao is more than a bit old-fashioned. Some of my friends think I'm mad for commissioning a manuscript from an abbey in this day and age. But, well, my family have been patrons of Curacao for generations. It seems wrong to stop now while there's still talent here. I commissioned a manuscript through Father Gernot a year ago. I thought I would stop by and check on the progress. Wait, are you the artist working on it? It's a prayer book with 20 illustrations. I know the work, but no, I do know the artist. Well, the Venerable Brother Piero. Okay. How venerable. He still has his wits and his skills, if that's what concerns you. Brother Piero has incredible talent with color. Then I very much look forward to seeing it. Alright, we're finally maybe at the Abbey, it looks like. Michaelos. Michaelos? Tend to the horses and the baggage, I'm heading up to the Abbey. Yes, my lord. Well, let's not keep the abbot waiting any longer. Hi. Okay. Bye. Nuns. Quite unusual for a Benedictine house to have monks and nuns, even if they are separated. 6th century, the Benedictines are a Christian monastic order that observes vows of obedience, poverty, chastity, and stability under the rule of Saint Benedict of Nursia. Church closed most of them centuries ago. But then, Curacao is a place out of time in more ways than one. Do you know Mother Cecilia? She seemed to recognize you. We are acquainted, yes. Let's leave it at that. Ah, there's the big man. Ah, you must be Father Gernot. I am Lorenz, Baron of... Yes, the Baron of Rothvogel. So wonderful to have you here again. We actually did meet on your last visit. Ah, if you say so. I'm not good with remembering faces. Please forgive me, my lord, but I wasn't expecting you for another few days. Yes, I know, but I wrote ahead. I just couldn't wait to see my manuscript. I'm sure it's no trouble. Yes. I mean, no, it's no trouble. Did you want to see it now? Oh, in a moment. I could do with a bit of refreshment, though. Might grab something from the kitchen. I love this man just coming in and being like, give me a drink. Yes, certainly, my lord. I will meet you there. Okay. Andreas, I don't know what you were doing with the Baron, but I need you in the scriptorium now. It's a bad time to ask for an advance on my payment for the Book of Hours. Okay, so I can choose text within a choice without actually choosing the choice. That's good. Book of Hours is a type of illuminated manuscript that contains an abbreviated form of the prayers for the divine office in addition to other religious texts. Most are relatively plain, but wealthy patrons often commission lavish examples with elaborate illustrations. Oh. Let's see. I'll go with the joke answer. Okay, yeah, he did not like that. I should ask again when he's in a better mood. Maybe I could just convince Brother Matthew to pay me early. I like that one. Alright. Damn. Let's see. Find a way to get paid. Great. Bless you. God bless you, Brother Piero? No, wait. It's Master Mailer. I thought you couldn't see, Sister Marguerite. During the day, I can see some colors. How'd you know it was me? You and Brother Piero both smell the pigments you use. Interesting. But you're taller and you have another smell to you, like fish or burned almonds. Oh, so much more handsome. Hit on every nun. Oh, that's old linseed oil. Popular among the Italians, but Brother Piero doesn't use it. I'll ask Sister Gertrude about it. How are Sister Gertrude's herbs coming? It's too early to tell. Most of them won't be grown until May. Still working with herbs suits me. Have a good day, Sister Marguerite. God bless you, Master Mailer. Brother Matthew maintains the shrine along with some of the sisters who paint badges for pilgrims. I wanna see what this thing's about. Reliquary containing the hands of Saint Moritz, which is said to have once held the Holy Lance. Saint Moritz is the patron saint of Tassing. Legend states he was the Egyptian-born commander of a Roman legion who converted to Christianity. They were all martyred for their faith. His hand is a relic in Curcel's shrine. The Holy Lance, also called the Spear of Destiny or the Lance of Longinus, is the lance that pierced Jesus' side on the cross. Many legends surround the lance and several places claim to possess it. Okay, so I can also access all the stuff from up here. God bless you, Master Mailer. Hello, Gertrude. God bless you, Master Mailer. How goes your work in the scriptorium? Very well, thank you. Oh, then I guess you wouldn't be interested in the Saffron Agnes... Oh, okay. Agnes Steinuggerin received yesterday. What? Saffron? Really? Where'd you hear that? Sister Matilda saw her at the Albans. Yes. Maybe you can convince Prior Frenick to get some for your yellows. Good to know. How's Mousefinger? She's around here somewhere, hopefully getting to the baby rabbits before Sister Matilda does. Missed the click again. Until later, Sister Gertrude. Bless you, Andreas. Maybe I'll see you by the shrine of Saint Satya one of these days. Another one of Tassing's patron saints, Satya was a local pagan who converted to Christianity and miraculously aided Saint Moritz's soldiers with food in the dead of winter. He was martyred for her actions. Alright. Sweet. So I probably need to go to the right, but let's go bother the nuns and stuff that went in here. Beautiful, it always smells so fresh. The store must lead into the rest of the convent, not for me. Yep, let's go all around the convent and bother everyone. Cecilia? God bless you, Andreas. God bless you, Mother Cecilia. Is there anything I can help you with? Notice that when you took the sisters inside when I walked up with the Baron. What concern is it of yours? You said much in saying nothing. And now I will say even less. Damn. Good day, Andreas. Good day. Alright, well. Painting of Hildegard of Bingen, Mother Cecilia's favorite. Saint Hildegard of Bingen was a Benedictine abbess, visionary mystic, and prolific writer on a variety of subjects from theology to musical composition to medicine. Doors into the convent are locked to outsiders, men at least. Sense. Bless you, Master Mailer. Sister Matilda, how are you doing? Mother Cecilia doesn't like us talking to men unless it's necessary to perform our work. Ah, forgive me, sorry to bother you. Thank you, Master Mailer. Alright. Here, I'll just use the mouse. Ah, I had to go up the path. Testing is lucky to have so much, wound wort naturally growing. I had to buy it back in Nuremberg. The many petaled cinquefoil, it grows so easily. Many consider it a weed. Sisters certainly keep their garden well tended. Pet the cat, pet the cat. And this cat fucking bites. Hell yeah. Sweet. Hello, Sophie. God bless you, Master Mailer. How are things going in Nun's kitchen? I mean no offense, Master Mailer, but I cannot speak with men. Oh, my apologies. God bless you. You as well, sister. Yep. I'll see what's going on in the kitchen myself. Sister Gertrude dries and sorts all of our herbs here. Right. Moving on. Not much going on in the convent. Let's see what's in the church. Unless... No, well, is that where I have to go? Nice singing, Rudiger. God bless you, Andreas. Has your voice yet recovered from Easter Mass, Rudiger? Oh yes, it was a bit of a strain, but a worthy sacrifice. Well, if the Lord could give us his all on Easter. Exactly. Have a good day in the scriptorium. Have a good day singing. Would they actually just like kind of sing randomly in the church? Oh god, the church is so big. Oh, it's Brother Matthew. How's the sacristy today, Matthew? Same as yesterday. Does my vocation seem silly to you, Master Mailer? No, I was just being friendly. Then go in peace, friend, knowing that the Abbey's treasures is secure for another day. God be with you. One more thing, I have a favor to ask you. Yes, Andreas? I was hoping you'd give me my pay for the latest manuscript early. I'd like to collect my wages. Give me my pay. Prior Frank has informed me that you finished any new manuscripts. You'll be paid on the completion of each additional manuscript you illuminate, not before. Can you make an exception this once? Now, without good reason, this abbey runs through mutual agreements, not haphazard payments. Breaking such contracts would cause undue trouble not only for Curacao, but for Tassing as well. I don't know if I should push this. I understand, I won't press you any further. Thank you, Andreas. God bless you. Anyways, I'm gonna go steal all the money. What is it you think you're doing? Stare innocently. Huh? Stay away from the secrecy. You know you're not allowed in there. I just like to take a peek where I'm not allowed. Of course, my apologies. What about here? Old Bailey? Oh god, there's so much around here. Okay, so that's where the scriptorium is, so we'll... Oh, god damn it, that also leads to the scriptorium. Get me out of here. We'll go in there last when I actually feel I've explored everything. What is this? A Volville? I've seen these before in astronomy and medical tracks. What's this one for? 2 wheels. The top wheel is Greek letters and holes cut out to reveal Latin letters underneath. On the outer edge, the lower wheel is divided into 4 sections, each bearing an elemental symbol. 24 holes, enough to cover all letters in the Greek and Latin alphabets. Core turn of the upper disc aligns a different elemental symbol with the top of the lower disc. And that reveals a different set of letters underneath. Wonder what it's for. A cipher of some sort. I'm sure I'm gonna need to use this later. I need to investigate more. This has to be connected to something else around here. The mysteries are already afoot. Even when there's none to be found, I decide to just go into the priest's house and take things. Or observe things. The apple trees have only started to bloom, but months before they bear fruit. Let's search the graves. How big is this place? It's fucking massive. It looked small on the outside. A monument to the founder of the abbey. It's fairly recent. The funds were donated by her descendants. Alright, hold on. Let me take a look here. So, came at the stable. When the convent garden, the shrine. Here's the entirety of the church. So basically I can go to see the animal pens, the large garden, go back into the church, and just sort of go through each of those rooms. Alright, let's look at the animals. What animal farms would they need to have at a church? Or I guess an abbey. Okay, locked. Okay, cool. That took no time at all. Good day, Volkbert. Hey, what we got? What we growing? These cucumbers are growing quickly. I'm sure whatever isn't eaten will be pickled. Wonder what recipes the brothers have for peas. Good. To the Abbott house. Hello, Frederick. Pet the dog. Or shake his hand. Paw, very good. Hey, Father Andreas. God bless you, Father Gert. I wanted to speak with you on behalf of the gardeners. The gardeners? What about them? I was trying to cope with the increase on taxes. I had to negotiate a better rate on their behalf. Claire mentioned they're behind on tax payments. I told her I'd talk to you about the matter. I want you to waive the last payment on their taxes. You are an artist, Andreas, not a banker. The financial agreements between the Abbey and the Gernauts are none of your business. Maybe not in the long run, Father, but I hate to see them struggling. Can't we discuss something? They are now if they ask you for a rent early in order to pay the Abbey. Curacao owns the land of the gardener's farm. They have a financial responsibility to the Abbey. It's not only my right to tax the farmers, but my responsibility to provide for my brothers and sisters. I'm sorry, but the gardeners will have to find their own way to pay what they owe. God bless you. Damn, we're not getting anywhere here. They're not refused. I wonder if some of these, I wonder if you can actually convince people for whatever, or if we were refused no matter what choice I chose. A Dance of Death mural. Father Matthias had it painted a few years before his death. Dance of Death, an artistic allegory in the constancy of death. Illustrations often feature people from every station of society to communicate that death inevitably claims everyone, from the peasant to the emperor. It's pretty good. I love all these flesh skeletons. Death the Dance mural. Father Matthias. Okay. That would be pretty cool to see some of those. Let's in the infirmary. St. Luke, the patron of artists, is also the patron of healers. It's Florian. Brother Florian, how are you? Took your eye out. The brothers and sisters are well, so I am well. Thank God. Andreas, have you spoken to Klaus Drucker lately? Yes, quite recently. Why? I believe he may be receiving a medical text from Bologna soon. Bologna? I'm quite interested in it. One of the largest cities in Italy, Bologna has been a center of the arts for centuries. It houses a well-known university, which is home to both Dante and Petrarch. Can you read Italian? No, little Italian. My Latin is not as good as I would like. I was hoping Brother Piero could help me with it if he has the time. I'm sure he'll make time. He's a quaint, patient teacher. Yeah, he is. I will see you later, Andreas. Till then. Still haven't run into him. Most of these medicines are made by Agnes with some help from Sister Gertrude. Right. That's the infirmary. Where's this lead? Sari. Large garden. Ooh, courtyard. Spot. God give you health, Master Mailer. Brother Sabat, I am surprised to see you still here. As am I, but I will be leaving soon, returning to Rome. I and my bishop regret that we could not reciprocate. Father Rodolph's generosity. So Constance many, many years ago. Council of Constance is the meeting of bishops that took place between 1414 and 1418 in the Diocese of Constance to end the Papal Schism. It was also notable for the condemnation and capture of the Bohemian theologian Van Hos. You remain in Rome. As up to my bishop, but I will miss Master Mailer and see the Highlands. God has blessed my home with wondrous beauty. I would love to, someday. I still need to return to Nuremberg and open my workshop. Yes, someday. Until then, if you are ever in Rome, I may still be around. I would like that. By the way, if you have some time in the next few days, it would be nice to share a meal with you and some of the townsfolk. Townsfolk? I am accustomed to strange looks, especially in rural places like these, but I have had kind words with the baker and his wife. I guess the Albans, Ulrich and Gret. I have not seen these two. Oh my god. I have wanted to tell a story to the children and their mothers over a meal someday. Gret seemed excited about the idea, but I would be more comfortable if you were there as well. Is this a third dinner that I'm gonna make a promise to go to and then have to make a choice between? Do you not eat here with the brothers? Yes, but I am a guest and I'm not bound by the rule as they are. Whether or not, kindly allows me to come and go as I need. See, then I'll make time for you in the next few days. I don't know what... I'll make time. Thank you, Andres. I'll look forward to it. God give you health. Okay, so I don't, like, have to do it tonight. Who's sleeping? Wake up! Wake up! We got things to do. Honestly, I just want to find something that connects with that cipher that I found. And see if maybe I can actually, like, use it for that. Alright, so that's the dormitory. Let's go into the tower. Oh, hell yeah, let's ring the bells. Here we go. Nope, not allowed. Okay. Oh, there's the tower. Crypt. It'll be good to get myself used to sort of learn what all is around here. Foundations of the abbey were built when the Romans occupied this land not long after the death of Christ. These two markers go back centuries, all the way to the founding of the abbey. Abbot Dietrich, from the height of Caracel's power in the 14th century, those days have long passed. Ooh, here we go. A lovely relief of the Virgin Child. Shame it's hidden down here. There must be something else. That was it. Now what? Alright, sweet. The secret entrance to the library. I'll have to remember this. Which I cannot take. Alright. I mean, granted, I half knew of that just because of the trailer. They clicked on one of those things. But that was, it's pretty easy. Okay, so I've been to the refectory. Oh, and I need to go into the kitchen. When the brothers eat their meals, this is where the lector reads to them. Oh, shit, no. Hopefully I've gone through all the rooms soon. What's cooking? Lucas. Hello, Andres. How goes in the kitchen? His brother, damn it. Not too bad. Brother Wojslav is nice to me. More people I haven't heard about or met. His father Abin and brother Prior, who make things hard. So, I shouldn't complain. They just like their food a certain way, and I'm not that good at cooking yet. I'm sure Brother Wojslav will teach you in time. Brother Adog complains about his food too, but he complains to Brother Wojslav. What does Brother Adog know about food anyway? He's from Cornwall. I don't even know where that is. It's a land to the west, across the sea, where all they eat is fish. Sounds miserable, but that's always what he complains about, the fish. He just likes to complain, I think. Don't lose heart, Brother Lucas. You're still learning. Thanks. See you later, Andres. Till later. Ooh, cellar. Oh yeah, I still have to find out where the library is, though. Swodslav. Morning, Andreas. How's living with the Gertners? It's great. They're a lovely family. Clara is a good woman. She looks after Big Jorg and Ava like they were her own. Both almost fully grown. True, I suppose it's less that they need looking after and more that she cares to. Little Ursula is in good hands. Anyway, if I don't see you around the Abbey later, maybe I'll see you in Tassing tomorrow. Till then. Alright, let's find that library. So, been the Abbot House. Don't know if I went the Chapter House. Also need to go to the courtyard. Ah, okay, library's in the scriptorium. Towers, sacristy, crypt. Yeah, let's do the courtyard, the Chapter House. And go in the Old Bailey if I haven't. Go. The infirmary. Ah, here we go. Chapter house. Okay. That's that. Then we'll go into the monastery. This leads into the church. I want to go to the front of the church as well. Make sure I've gotten everything. Church leads to cloister and... or Upper Abbey leads to church and cloister. Also, already been there. Cloister, we'll head back that way. Dorm's already been in there. Alright, to the cloister, and then we'll go to the courtyard, then to the scriptorium. Alright, what do we got in here? This little pool. Okay, nothing's in the courtyard, I guess. What was it? Refectory. Ah, this room. Alright. Scriptorium, here we come. Actually, can I just, like... I don't suppose there's a chance of me being able to just be like, go there. Nope. Okay, and then here's all the... I guess, stuff about Andreas now. There are so many characters that we got introduced to. Boy, any mysteries we come across, it's going to be a bit of a pain. So what was the rule? Rule of St. Benedict and Nursia is a book of instructions for monks living together under the guidance of an abbot. In the 6th century, the rule provides principles for living a sick life. Groschen, type of thick silver coin minted throughout the Holy Roman Empire. Groschen typically worth 12 pfennigs, but maybe printed at different or minted at different values. How annoying to remember and figure out. I see, Primar 6. I could speak with Brother Matthew about an early payment for my manuscript. Father Gernot and I were unable to come to an agreement regarding early payment for manuscript work. Can you find a way to get an advance from the Abbey so I can help the gardeners pay their taxes? Well, kind of already failed on both those accounts. So, oops. Gotta be more convincing. Okay, first scriptorium, here we go. Time to get to work. Almost. Library first. Piero. Andreas, God bless you. So good to see you. Good morning, Brother Piero. Good to see you as well. I'm glad I don't actually have to worry about time in this. I can just waste time and talk to everyone. I don't like this weather. My bones ache. It means a storm is coming. Big Jorg Gertner says that if you live here 10 or 15 years, you can smell storms coming. Brother Aldog has been here long enough that we can always smell him coming. Do not forget, Brother Guy, the fate of the youths who jeered at the aged prophet, Elisha, outside of Bethel. Are you comparing yourself to a prophet, Brother Aldog? And comparing you to an impudent youth whom the Lord and his ineffable wisdom may choose to strike down. I'm gonna let this play out. Well, it seems everyone's quite lively. I suppose that means Prior Frederick is not overseeing us today. He was here, but then he heard Lorenz Rothvogel had arrived and he hurried out like a little mouse. Frederick is so desperate to impress the abbot and nobles like Rothvogel, it's pathetic. You feign kindness to Father Abbot and our prior only to speak about them like this behind their backs. It's shameful. Oh no. Baron Rothvogel, his manuscript. I just realized that he will want to see his manuscript. Silly of me. Of course that's why he is visiting. Perhaps if you were younger and faster, you wouldn't need to worry so much about patrons' visits. Guy, someday you will stand where Pierre is, and the young monk will stand where you are now. Rosetium, Daphnides, Sigalov, and it. Death also came to Daphnis Sicily. Sicilian shepherd who, according to Greek legend, was the inventor of pastoral poetry. Stories, he was the son of Hermes and a nymph, and was a follower of the goddess Artemis. He died young, the victim of a jealous Naiad. Anyway, what's the problem? The Baron's just one client, he has to wait like everyone else. Andreas, Baron Rothvogel, is not like anyone else. He has powerful friends, including the Prince Bishop of Phrasing? Religious and secular ruler of scattered territories in the Holy Roman Empire, including lands containing Tassing and Cursal Abbey. And hello, Rango. Cursal is already out of favor. Father Abbot does not want to have to deal with more attention. Well, if Prior Frederick isn't here, I'm gonna work on my masterpiece until he arrives. No! Wait, I want to explore more! Oh, that's right, I need to reference the Ender Mar manuscript. Prominent family of the Swiss Confederacy in Austria. Yeah, the reviews for this game were overwhelmingly positive on Steam, and I'm half surprised I haven't heard anything, but after playing for a bit, I'm like, yeah, I don't think most people would, like, care to deal with the amounts of text and try to parse it. A book, the Ender manuscript, the Book of Hours. Your hair looks messy today. Did you get enough sleep? What do you mean? I mean, did you sleep alone, or... Why, do you want to know? It would be nice to have something to think about during divine reading. Do you want to be thinking about that? Activity Divina is a thoughtful reading of and meditation on scripture. The practice leads to prayer and contemplation. It's a daily part of life in Benedictine communities. Honestly, I think I've been spending too much time sort of like getting a feel of the area. So I haven't really delved into much. I basically just explored and talked to people. Have you considered the Lord? Well, it's been alright so far. You really are a cloud on a sunny day, Andreas. Just get the book. Ugh, that's all the way upstairs. Can you get by without it? I'm sorry, but I really can't. I need to reference it for my work. Really? My feet hurt and the stairs are so steep. I'm just gonna ask Illuminata to get... Sister Illuminata! Andreas needs a book and he's being inappropriate with me! Alright. Andreas. Yeah, I think I also heard that there's, like, a lot of different endings and things, so that makes me excited as well. So I love games that reflect how I play, essentially. I wasn't being inappropriate with her. I didn't think that you were. Sister Zidane has a poor attitude toward her vocation, the rule, and I suppose the 10 Commandments. imagine it takes some longer than ours to accept their new lives here. She may yet come around. That's charitable of you, but perhaps you're right. I should not have been so quick to judge her. In any case, I overheard you requesting the Endermar manuscript here. Please return it promptly. Huh. It makes sense, but I'm only half surprised that they actually keep all their books locked up and stuff. I was about to say, Piero, why are you coming over here? Andreas, may I see how your masterpiece is coming? Of course, your opinion is always welcome. Ooh. Yes, the composition is lovely. There's a joyful spirit in your arrangement of figures. The contrast of colors is also quite nice. Rich and beautiful in their own, but not overpowering the scene. Doesn't feel right, I don't know why. It's an excellent interpretation of someone else's work. That's what clients want. What do you want? Where are you in this work? I want to do a good job. I want my clients to be satisfied. Do you think you'll do a good job if you thoughtlessly initiate another or imitate another artist's work? What does this painting represent? It's November. In November, we show peasants leading the pigs into the forest to forage on acorns before the slaughter. Atreus, the peasants here are no longer allowed to forage acorns in the forest. Many great lords and abbots across the empire have forbidden it, even Father Agirno. What difference does it make? This is the way November is painted. It is not the way November is. Art is illusion, storytelling. But in their most sublime form, these images illuminate a path to truth. It's most important to me that my clients are happy. They won't pay me for truth. Yes, but with God's grace, this book of ours will live us all. Piero, don't you have to do your own thing, since your client's currently here? What will it say to those who see it in the future generation, centuries beyond our comparison? Some will gaze deep into your lines and paint to seek a deeper meaning. What will they find? Yeah, and I think the art style of this game is also like very fun to look at. So I like that it's just like simplistic. I think most games, whenever they try to be like, oh, this is the newest, you know, like requires all the latest hardware and stuff, I'm like, well, that's a pain in the ass, and I don't want to deal with it. Yeah, it is nice to focus on the story rather than just the style of everything, but the style is very fun. There's no place for the monastic scriptoria anymore. In truth, this room is a place at a time. Does that make you sad? I admit I am still fond of the old styles of lettering and illumination, but even in my youth I knew it could not last. The creation of books of art is no longer the province of monasteries. So be it. More people will be able to write, more will be able to read, and in doing so, be brought to truth. Do you think there's a danger in anyone being able to write, anyone being able to read anything? I think there'll always be a place for artists like you and Brother Adolf. And Brother Guy. It's kind of you to say so, Andreas, but you need not be concerned for me. I have lived a long life and am happy to have served the Lord. When he calls for me, I am ready. Alright. Good luck in Minecraft. Finally, we can leave. Where's the time gone is R.A. Terse. Or Terse, I assume another, monastic hour corresponding to 9 a.m., one of the low hours of prayer. Terse precedes Mass and the chapter meeting. Too much talk, I must ask forgiveness for not honoring the rule. Until later, Andreas. Until later. Oh, thank God I don't have to worry about going to pray every single hour or whatever. Very suspicious. Oh, he's got the cipher. Interesting. What's going on in here? Hold on, Illuminata. I'll answer you in just a second. Never mind, I can't actually interact with the book. Atreus, what was that noise? Oh, I'm sorry, Sister Illuminati. I knocked a bowl of paint to the floor. But then Prior Frederick came in, wrote on one of his books, slammed it closed, and left. He was in such a hurry, I don't think he even noticed me. He was slamming books shut? Prior Frederick should know better than that. Some of these manuscripts are quite delicate. I fully agree. Delicate or not, all books should be treated with the utmost care. I want to gain favor with Illuminata. Many contain precious wisdom that can aid even the unenlightened in growing closer to God. They should be protected and cared for. Which is why books should not be taken out of the library unless it is necessary for divine reading or work in the scriptorium. Are you still mad at me for borrowing the Chronica Clara? Clear Chronicle, A History of the Universe from Creation to 1082, written by the Irish monk Mariana Scotus. No, anger is not an appropriate response for a nun. But the fact remains that you tricked me into giving you that book for no valid reason. Not valid? Is it not valid to want to see the work of one of the great Irish scribes? So you sound angry. You should not interpret my disappointment as anger. You should also understand where it is directed. It is ultimately my fault, but it's my responsibility to be more vigilant about what books you can take from the library. Now, if you'll excuse me. Wait, what's all this fuss about Lorenz Rotvogel? Why is Prior Frederick so nervous? Lorenz, I didn't know you were familiar enough with the man to use his Christian name. Anyway, I haven't dealt with him personally, but the Prior and Father Abbot have. I only know that he's purchased a number of our most valuable manuscripts over the years. And he paid enough to help the Abbey when we needed it. Like what? What did he buy? I can't remember. You know, I have my own responsibilities to attend to. How about this, Andreas? If you help me recover some missing books, I'll tell you what I know about the Baron. Of course, I'll help in any way I can. Thank you, it's for the good of the Abbey. Where should I begin? Out there, where you and your cohort have carelessly strewn books around the scriptorium. I'll tell you what books I'm looking for, find them and return them to me. First book are 2 volumes of the Aeneid. Poetic epic telling the legend of Aeneas, a heroic Trojan who struggles to reconcile his personal desires with his destiny to found Rome. It was written in the 1st century BC by the Roman poet Virgil. Reddish covers 14 inches by 10 inches, 3 inches thick. Inches or Nuremberg inches? What? Nuremberg inches are... What color are the covers again? Oh, I guess that was a dirty joke. Oops. Reddish. Oh, I know the ones. They're among Piero's favorites. He keeps them by his desk. They're not his to keep. Oh, come on, let me see what he was writing about. There's a fair amount of wear on these. I hope you don't mind. These volumes are old even when Piero started to make the copies. I mean, I'm kind of curious why, like, I get that they're, you know, kind of keeping watch over the library and whatnot. But, like, do they actually have to just stay in there? Behind a slot in the door? How long ago was that? 3 years. LNA is not one of my favorite stories, but I understand why it appeals to Piero. Aeneas shows his duty to the gods over his lover, Dido. Use the Latin. I do not go to Italy willingly. I did not make you for a scholar of Roman poetry, Andreas. The words sit easily in my memory. I'm not sure why. Probably out of love rather than duty. Do you think Aeneas' sense of duty appeals to Piero? We all have our vocations. Brother Piero takes his more seriously than most of the others in this abbey. You clearly take your chosen vocation seriously. Andreas, I didn't have a choice in my vocation. Few women do. No, it's not that dark true, but that doesn't mean women can't take pride in their vocations. You're right, of course. Is it really that bad? Is being a woman that limiting? She's exaggerating, it's fine. How would you know? Fuck it. At some point I'll choose the Fool's options, but probably not this time. True, she knows her life better than I do. Take pride in your vocations. In the City of Ladies, Christine Dupin defended women of all classes by showing their value to society. One of the most renowned female authors of Western Europe, Christine was a court writer for the Three Dukes. She is well known for the Book of the City of Ladies and the Treasure of the City of Ladies, works that defended women and offered advice to women of all backgrounds. Interesting. An admirable effort, but even when we do exactly as we are told, we are portrayed as vehicles of sin. Damn. Shame. Temptresses and seducers by virtue of our sex, even when men are the aggressors. Even in the Abbey, we must travel in pairs, lest we tempt the brothers, or others. And here in these pages, Virgil cast Dido as Aeneas' seducer, though it was the gods that thrust her into his arms. Like Dido, we ordinary women are merely tools in the tales of men. We can never be protagonists of our own stories. No woman is exempt from that. From the empress to a nun, it is our lot. I suppose I understand now why you're not fond of the Aeneid. It's fine poetry, for men. Now, the books, if you please. Nope. And then I just sprint the fuck out of here, even though I don't have an option to do otherwise. Thank you. Next, Richard Guerin. This is a printed copy, green cover, diamond pattern. Italian chivalric romance written by Andrea de Barberino in the early 15th century. The titular character rises from impoverished origins to go on heroic adventures and discover his noble parentage. Originally published as a manuscript, and enjoyed greater success as a printed book. I do not have the size in the ledger, but hopefully the description is enough. I know what you're talking about. Brother Adok was reading it. I was gonna say, I feel like there can't be that many books with, like, green cover and then diamond patterning, right? The beauty of this book truly belies its ridiculous content. I'm surprised the Abbey owns a copy. We don't. It belongs to Amadea Rusco of Lugano. It's a Venetian edition that's quite valuable. Lugano, a highly contested Swiss market town located in the southwestern Alps, the Dukes of Como and Milan fought for control over it until it was claimed by the Swiss Confederation in 1513. He loaned it to us 5 years ago. It was subsequently lost, and the abbot has received 3 letters about it. Certainly seen the brothers enjoying it. That book is not appropriate reading for Benedictine monks. A baby is sold to pirates, raised a servant, then lives a life of adventure, wooing princesses and fighting in tournaments. You forgot the best part. At the end, Gorin learns he has royal blood, the son of a duke. He reigns as a king and dies as a pious hermit. What's not to love? Benedictine should be dreaming of reconciliation with our Lord, not lusty adventures. I suppose you're right. It's better suited for knaves like me. It's not my place to reprimand anyone for reading stories, least of all you, Andreas. Still, we must be on guard. Fantasy leads to temptation. Temptation has led to the downfall of many men and women. Sometimes, yes, but it looks like this, it's all the same type of fantasy, isn't it? To die better than we are born. Fair. And what's the problem with that? Why shouldn't a peasant dream of being a king? There is neither a Jew nor Greek, neither slave nor free, neither male nor female, for you are all one in Christ Jesus. We may be one in Christ, but we are not equal in this world. It isn't this world you should be concerned with, Andreas. But the book, Andreas, we must return it. Or would you like the abbot to receive a 4th letter? Truth is unlikely to be considered liable under Bavarian law. I understand. I hate to loan a book and never get back. Would be like losing a limb. Hate to see the birds disappointed, but I understand. Well, perhaps a small limb. Or my little finger. Regardless of the size and importance of the body part in question, I understand and appreciate it. It's not my goal to deprive the brothers of their joy, but to return Amadea Ruska's property. The book, please. Alright, cool. There's only one book left, then you'll be freed from bondage. That brother guy was reading it. Oh, damn it. I want to get rid of the underlined text. Now that I think about it, Guy has always been guarded about this book, like he was hiding it. Very good, please bring it here. What is this, anyway? Ah, it's in French. The soul that God touched, empty of sin and the first state of grace. What is this? Why are you asking so many questions? Just give it to me. Sorry, but I just love books too much to let this go without knowing what it is. Curiosity can be a dangerous thing, Andreas, especially in a place like this. 3 French bishops condemned the book. All copies were to be burned. Its author shared the same fate. What? Why? I don't know, Andreas. It isn't my place to question the judgment of one bishop, much less 3. And before you ask, no, I haven't read it, but I know it contains a dialogue between love and reason. So the book is dangerous. When did the bishops condemn it? "200 years ago." What? Why? Why is it still here? Because Father Matthias loved books. All books. He didn't want to see it destroyed. I can sympathize with him. That's fine, but Father Matthias is gone. It's not my place to question the former abbot's decision, but when Father Agirnot learned it was in our possession, he wanted it destroyed. Must the book be destroyed? No one even knows that's here. I do. So did Mother Cecilia and Father Agirnot. Ah, man. I feel like this is a big decision for some reason. You know what? Whatever. Fine, here, take it. Good. It's for the best. Thank you. I guess it's not my place to go against the Abbey. Now then, Baron Rothvogel. Quickly, though. I need to finish up here soon. Say bye. Jim, I only have time to answer one question, so I should choose carefully. I spoke from Abbey. What kind? How long has he been visiting? I mean, I feel like I've never gone back to another choice in dialogue, so... I mentioned find a copy of sort of this, scan those details. Say he buys books from the Abbey. What kind? Why, are you angling to get the Baron as a patron someday? Paracon love, I want to know if the particulars are similar to generality. You seem to love all books, Andreas. Baron Rothvogel's tastes are not as broad. He collects books with admirable artistic qualities or on subjects he seems to have a fascination with. I can't speak on his taste in art, but I have noticed a tendency in the subjects that attract him. The Baron has a particular interest in books on magic and other occult topics. As does our prior, though I suspect the Baron's interest may be more experimental than academic. I can't blame him. Is that normal monks having an interest in the occult? Monks and nuns have been copying these books for centuries. Who else has such easy access to them? Faith can't immure anyone against corrupting ideas, but reading such texts is dangerous. Not that it's my place to judge either the prior or the Baron, of course. Seem to say that often after judging people. Well, I must be off to mass. Thank you again for your help, Andreas. Smile devilishly. What are you smiling about? I am filled with the joy of books. You're a strange man. I don't think I want to let her know that I know about the secret passage yet. Good day, Andreas. God be with you. The spell for Sext. The brothers will be sitting down for dinner soon. On a sick hour corresponding to noon, one of the little hours of prayer, followed by dinner. I should see if Otto's around, still wants to eat with me. think he's worried by the guest house below the abbey. So can I really not? Oh, yes I can. I wonder what Prior Frank was doing with this book. Well, that looks pretty obvious. In the library of the University of Five Churches, the Hungarians call it PEX. That's where Frenric is from. Doctor of Theology, George of Gran. Did Frenric steal this? Can I actually... Okay, I was gonna say, can I actually read this, or... Ah, the Speculum Astronomy. Albertus Magnus's Defense of Astrology. Renowned 13th century Dominican theologian, philosopher, astrologer, and bishop of Regensburg. Prolific writer, he was known primarily for his work on Aristotle and his knowledge of natural science. Master script, Burgundian, Flemish, not from here, not recently. Sloppy bookhand couldn't have been produced by an abbey of note. Oh. It's definitely Frederick's handwriting between the line and in the margins. Is he notating the text for his personal use? In any case, it's a thorough commentary. What's this? It looks scribbled, not like Frederick's being so sloppy, and he didn't even blot the ink dry. Libra, Capricorn, Aries, all astrological symbols. What's written below? Maybe I should have learned Greek at some point. I can't make any sense of this. Damn it. Dang for not choosing the Greek thing now. Wait, the Volvel I found also has Greek letters on it. They must be connected, but how? The outer ring of the Volvel is marked with alchemical symbols, but this cipher has astrological symbols. Something I'm missing. I suppose I'll figure it out in due time. But I'll copy this down now to reference later. Alright. So I guess I have to learn about the astrology and say, like, the state of the moon or whatever. Maybe. Still don't know how to connect the elemental symbols in the Volvo with the astrological symbols in the cipher. Till I figure out the connection, I can't decipher the note I found in Frederick's book. Found the secret passage in the crypt. There has to be a book in the library I could use to figure this out. Sister Illuminata is in there most of the day. Perhaps I can find a way in after dark. If all else fails, perhaps I could ask Werner Stoltz. He lives off the North Commons. Okay. I have a sense he doesn't like me much, but I'll find a way to get the information out of him. Alright, so I'm guessing I can't go into the library now. What's the quickest way to get some food? Church? Probably in the church. Ooh, hello. I can sneak in here. Shit. Monstrance, Chalice, Pen, Ciborium, and Purificator. Almost everything you need for a mass art in the host. Probably where the funds of the Abbey are stored, the Sacristy is also the treasury. Armoires hold all the vestments Father Gurnon and Brother Matthew used during Mass. I better quickly get out. Hopefully no one sees. Wait. I think the cloister's next to the... Where am I going? Yeah, okay. Kitchen cellar here. Oh wait, but probably not the kitchen, probably the refectory, yeah. Alright. Lucas, my man. Sabat. Assuming this leads to, yeah. Piero. Adok. Renault, Frederick, Volkbert, Wojslav, Rudiger, Matthew, Lorian, and Guy. Alright, so hold on, can I, like, sit, or... Oh, Frederick. Maybe I can't do lunch? Okay, I thought I was doing lunch, but maybe not. Maybe I can go into the crypt and see if I can't go into the library. I'm going all the wrong ways. Crypt. Into the passageway that I just left open. Okay, never mind. Now, what am I doing right now? Give me some food for dinner. Should see if Otto and Andres are around. Otto is working below the Abbey, between the guest house and the Abbot's house. Okay. So I guess I'll head outside. I assume that's kind of near, like, the garden-y area. Closer. The chapter house, or at least through it. So, in here, maybe? Okay, never mind. Good dog. I'll eventually find out who I have to eat with. Okay. Oh my god. These animals are fucking nuts. Bailey. Guess we'll go to the Old Bailey. So I thought they said between the Abbott house and something. Oh, apparently not. Apparently I need to go out front to where the stable is. Alright. This way then. Just go through the church. There we go. Oh, it's this little bastard again, Martin. Go away, Andreas. Can't you see I'm busy? Thought we could have a pleasant conversation for once. Why would I want that? I got so many better things to do. Only trying to be friendly, Martin. Why? So like you, Martin. You seem like a good kid at heart. Church and faith tells us to love our neighbors. The principle of it. I'm not a kid. Unlike you, I already have one of my own. You've been working with the monks so long, you probably can't even father one. So piss off and stop bothering me. I'm busy. Well, would you like to join Otto, Andreas, and me for dinner? You know what, Andreas? I don't want to eat supper with you fucking lot of old farts. Alright, fine. Damn, Martin. Eat shit. I guess I didn't explore the guest house, did I? Good day, Master Mailer. Ah, Andreas, good to see you. I trust Clara gave you my message. You know, Andreas, Otto, Clara did give me your message. Sorry I missed you this morning. I was still asleep when you came by. Ah, the abbot really lets you get away with anything, doesn't he? Leave him be, Otto. I'm hungry. Let's pray. Just kind of sit on the ground and pray. Bless us, O Lord, and these your gifts, which we are about to receive from your bounty. Through Christ our Lord, amen. 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 How'd the morning treat you? Not too bad, thanks. I hurt my damned head splitting limber to replace a bad beam in the abbot's house. It's like a food item to eat. Cheese, rye bread, almonds. I assume there is an order I want to do this. Let's consume the almonds first. It's not that bad of an injury, it just galls me that the abbot bleeds us dry and we're expected to work here when it suits him. Then we'll have the bread. Damn it, it was the cheese next. Maybe, I don't know, it's what they ate. Oh, it's not all that bad. I got a lot of good work from the abbey. Casting pilgrims' badges isn't really smithing, but I don't mind. Anyway, I saw you walking with that Baron Rothvogel in the meadow on your way up here. What's that all about? Here, check on the commission. You're seeing his friendly Father Matthias. You be here, terrorize the people. He was, though. Father Matthias had some misgivings about the Baron. What kind of misgivings? That he fools around with young women. He's married, of course. Otto, that's only gossip, and it isn't Christian to spread rumors like that. It's not gossip that he beat up that farmer a few years back, old Ranig. May he rest in peace. Well, I wasn't there, so I don't know. But if he did that, yes, it speaks poorly of his character. I think it'd speak poorly of anyone's character to beat someone to death. We had a long conversation on the way up here, but he didn't mention anything like that. He beat someone? That doesn't seem like the sort of thing you would do. What did you talk about that? I mean, I don't think this guy would go around and talk about how he beat up one of his farmers or whatever. I mean, no offense, but what does a nobleman have in common with an artist? Talk to me about my work. He's fascinated by both art and books. Of course, that's what he's interested in when he's at the Abbey. If he's in Tassing, he's chasing girls or harassing peasants. And because he's friendly with the abbot, no bad would ever come to him. It's galling. His bitterness and envy are not good for our Christian souls, Otto. It's not envy, Andres. No one should get away with what he does, what this abbey does. No offense to you, Andreas. I don't have any problem with the books the abbey makes. I mean, I never did learn to read, but if people are paying the abbey to make them, it doesn't bother me. I see why people resent the abbot's rule. He's a harsh lord. Oh, Otto, did you see that the Bower's sheep escaped the grazing fields again? No, but I'm not surprised. Martin was supposed to fix that fence, and he probably did a bad job with it. Ah, yes, that Martin. He's always in a foul mood, and he could be the laziest soul in Tassing. He can't even hold a hammer properly. You know, I wonder if he would have actually had lunch if I didn't call him a kid. Married and a father at such a young age, and he barely lifts a finger for his wife or child. On top of that, he's a damn thief. And before you say it, Andres, there's more than just gossip. Look at him, over by the guest house. He's probably figuring out what he can steal with the least amount of effort. And he seemed less than helpful when I saw him this morning. I doubt he'll ever amount to much of anything. Speaking of the Bower sheep, their ewes are shorn and the wound will be spinning it soon. Otto. I got it, Andres. No need to tease. What God wants to happen will happen. Looks like a storm's coming. We should probably get back to it. Right, I'll catch up in a moment, Andres. Everyone talking about this storm. Oh, Andreas, say hello to Ava for me if you get the chance. Of course. I should return to Wharton's scriptorium. Till later. Oh, well, there's a storm. Do you want to get out of the rain, Martin? God be with you, Andreas. Actually, is there anything else around here that I didn't explore? Go through the Abbot house that way. I don't know if there's anything in the rain that would be really... Oh, what the hell? What's going on here? God bless you, Andreas. Hello, Brother Matthew. What are you doing out here? I thought you were aware that in addition to my role as Kirsten Sacris, I'll tend to the shrine of St. Moritz. He is the patron of Tassing and Curacao both, so it is my duty to ensure his reliquary is well cared for. Shrine is always beautifully kept, and whenever I visit, I always leave inspired. The martyrdom of St. Moritz provides inspiration to us all. You're familiar with the life of St. Moritz, are you not? I've been reading more about saints from far off, when Sister Illuminata allows me a book, of course. I'm surprised you have neglected Tassing's patron then. He was born in Egypt. You ought to learn something about him while you're here. By all means. St. Moritz is most widely known for his martyrdom at the hands of the Romans. He protected a town of Christians from slaughter, and in turn, he and his legion were decimated. Do you mean annihilated? Because technically decimation means 1 of every 10. Does it? From Decimus. Anyway, you said his legion, wouldn't that mean he was a Roman soldier? Yes, he was a Roman citizen and led a legion made of entirely Christians into Bavaria. Powerful duchy in the southeastern Holy Roman Empire is east of Swabia and north of Tyrol. Thus in Curacao sat in the extreme south of Duchy, near the border with Tyrol. When he refused to kill the Christians, even though they were traitors to Rome, the emperor had his legion massacred. Most of the pilgrims who visit come knowing only this, if anything, about his life. However, Tassing venerates St. Moritz because he was one to convert the town and save it from destruction. I'm hearing about some pagan history here. There are some in Tassing who still cling to the pagan traditions, yes. God save them. St. Moritz and his legion were snowed into his pass, and the pagan townsfolk refused to aid them. Daughter of the town's leader, Satya, was moved in spirit and snuck from the town to convert. She led Moritz to a spring, and as soon as she was baptized, the snow melted, revealing all manner of fruits. Moritz and his legion were saved by these miraculous gifts, the town was converted, and the rebels fled into the mountains. So how did Moritz's hand end up in Tassing? Roman soldiers submerged St. Moritz for fear he would resurrect like Christ. The Christians of the town fled with his body so that it would not be further desecrated, and his hand was preserved here. What a sounding story. Thank you for the history lesson, Brother Matthew. You're welcome, Master Mailer. God bless you. Till later, brother. So what's all this then? Oh, hello, Andreas. Hello, Carl. You seem busier than usual today. I'm behind in my work. I went up to the shrine of St. Moritz this morning to pray for his aid. The candle I lit had all but burned away. I was there so long. Now I need to catch up. Dedication to St. Moritz is impressive. Oh, well, truth be told, I only started going to the shrine more often when Helena became pregnant. Always gotta be something, huh? I love the kid in this little outfit. Her mother had trouble in childbirth, so I've been paying a visit to Moritz's hand and Satya's shrine to pray for their aid. Hope the saint hears your prayers. Thank you, Andres, so do I. Okay. Anyways, back to work. You singing? So you go to the Old Bailey? Victorium. I'm just working, bud. Brother Adoc, this work, I don't know where to start. Inconsistent spacing, rough strokes. The working let you want to see this place closed. Brother Prior, I'm working to the best of my abilities, and I'll dispute your criticism. I may not be fast, but I still have my talent, praise be to God. And Brother Guy, why are you still on this page? What's wrong with you? Normally you're so reliable. Many apologies, Brother Prior, I will work harder. Hero, I can't believe this. Baron Rothvogel has come to check on his progress, and this is all you have? You should have finished this months ago. Is your mind so corrupted by age that you didn't notice the seasons have changed? But you're not the one who will have to answer for it, so why should you care? Typical. God, shut up, Frank. Stop taking out your frustrations as an old man. I believe your point is made. Andreas, I will remind you that I am the master of this scriptorium and you are a guest here. I agree, Brother Prior. Brother Priero's work is unacceptably slow. You're insufferable, Brother Guy. On God, give me the patience to endure this. Or, oh God. Please, everyone, this is my work and I accept responsibility for it. Prior Frederick is right. Here's the big man, the big cheese. How's it looking? Prior Frederick, is this mine? It must be, yes. It is, my lord. I can No, I don't want excuses. I've come all this way, and I have to be honest. I expected more. It's nowhere near finished, and the style is, well, it's very old-fashioned. I thought I made my desires clear. I feel like my generosity toward Curacao is being taken advantage of. Am I the fool in this sad story? No, of course not, my lord. Never. We can fix this, of course. Of course, we only want to accommodate you. Ah, Andreas, good to see you again. How should I respond to this? The abbot already looks annoyed. Agreeing with this Christian name, your brothers and comrades in art. Simply addressing him as my lord would be appropriate. Just nod, don't handshake the abbot. So, like, I wonder why, with the thoughts, like, if there's a point to make a choice, like, if I said my lord, acknowledges him respectfully without being overly familiar, you know, like, chose that, but then just, like, nod instead. Father Gernot, why not have Andreas complete the rest of the illustrations? He's clearly capable. Well, my lord, why not have Brother Guy complete it if speed is your No, I'm not talking about the script, that's fine, but the art, the illustrations. I want Andreas to do the others. Of course. I mean, if Andreas is alright with it. Well, I'm trying to finish my masterpiece at the moment. Takes pressure off Brother Piero, I'd be delighted to complete it. I'm trying to finish my thing. I got stuff to do. Andreas, you do well to remember who it is that is making the completion of this masterpiece possible. It takes pressure off of Brother Piero, sure. There we have it. I hope this allows your allays your concerns, my lord. Excellent. By the way, Father Abbot, am I still welcome at your table for supper? Naturally, my lord. Wonderful. I'd like Andreas to join us. Here's the choice. Do I'm gonna, well, do I have to commit to the choice? Because I would like to at least let it be known. Already made supper plans with the Drucker family in town. Nonsense, you can eat with them any day. I'm only here for the evening. Well, Father. Well, that would be quite unusual. Unusual or not, I doubt that my good friend, the Prince Bishop, would deny additional guests at his table. What do you think? I understand. Yes, you're right, of course. Andreas may join us for supper. I look forward to it. Okay, so I guess I have to go to this no matter what, but I at least was kind of like, hey, I already made plans, actually. You had this planned. You must have put your hook in the Baron this morning. We ambushed him in town. Go to hell, Frederick. That's beyond ridiculous. Listen to yourself. Brother Prior, Andreas is not to blame for any of this. I am. Yes, you are, and you've embarrassed me and the abbot and the abbey. Prior Frederick is right, of course. No wonder we don't get more commissions. Guy, can you stop flattering the prior for 1 minute? I'll say nothing. Brothers! If you please, Sister Zena and I would prefer if you could keep the noise down. Sounds like Samson slaying the Philistines in here. Of course. Get back to work, everyone. Well, that was not wonderful. There's nothing to be done about it now. Finish my work here and wash up in the lavatorium for supper at the abbot's table. Sleep. Alright, well. I wonder... I suppose I can't really, like, walk down there to be like, hey, actually, I kind of got roped into having dinner with this other dude, so... Can't really make it. Wash my hands on Corio Lavatorium before going to supper. Is that where you're washing your hands at? Oh, I see. This is the Lavatorium. I was just thinking the courtyard. Andreas, I'm so glad you'll be joining us for supper, though the circumstances are unusual to be sure. I won't be able to speak with you, none of the brothers will, but it'll be good to have you with us. That's a shame. I always enjoy our talks. Now, the same doesn't apply to you at the abbot's table. You can talk all you like. Though I wouldn't recommend it. Father Abbot does not look kindly on idle chatter. Hope I don't make a fool of myself as this matter far above my station. Wish you could take my place, Brother Pierre. You deserve the honor. Supper with an abbot and nobleman I could get useless. Say, I hope I don't make a fool of myself. Anyway, I'm sorry for how the prior treated you. It's not fair, it's humiliating. Oh, no, my son. There's no need to worry about me or my pride. And we all need a taste of humility from time to time to keep our feet on this earth. No, Andreas, you are my pride. I cannot claim to have taught you much, but I am proud to have known you and your work. And when you leave all of us at Kirsabi behind, you can call upon your friend Lorenz, the Baron Rothvogel, to help you in your career. Let's see, there's nothing wrong with your style. It's not old just because a nobleman says so. Don't trouble yourself over it. Time passes for us all. Things change. The future will right over the present. You need not fear it, any of it, so long as you remain true to yourself and God. Now, I must hurry to the refectory to join my brothers. I will see you inside. Alright, sweet. I'm hoping we can get to at least one, the beginning of some mysteries or something. Oops, that was the wrong room. There we go. Hell yeah. Andreas, glad you join us. Thank you, my lord. Father Gernot, Father Thomas, Prior Frederick. Interesting, right? I didn't know that they weren't allowed to, like, talk and stuff as well during dinner. See him up here answer? Oh, that's why, I guess because they're reading, reading the word. Simon Peter answered, you are the Messiah, the Son of the living God. Oh, the Gospel of Matthew. Wonderful. Jesus replied, blessed are you, Simon, son of Jonah, for this was not revealed to you by flesh and blood, but by my Father in heaven. And I tell you that you are Peter, and on this rock I will build my church, and the gates of Hades will not overcome it. Have you read Matthew much, Andreas? Oh shit, I actually mean to hit that, but I think I was gonna hit that anyways. I will give you the keys of the kingdom of heaven. Whatever you bind on earth will be bound in heaven, and whatever you loose on earth will be loosed in heaven. Then he ordered his disciples not to tell anyone that he was the Messiah. Whatever you bind on earth will be bound in heaven. That reminds me, Father Gernot, have you read anything by Martin Luther? I can't say that I... He has some incredible ideas about the church. Brilliant, I think. My lord, is the meal to your liking? I believe I remember you enjoying our quail on your last visit. Quail? My god, Father Abbot, the quail's fine, but don't you think Luther's ideas are worth discussing? Yeah, everyone's kind of pissed at him. It's not about the future of the church shaking things up in a way I don't think we've seen before. Father Thomas, you see value in his ideas, do you not? My lord, I mean no offense, but I do not. Brother Matthew, yes? How appropriate. What are your thoughts on Luther's attacks on the church's sales of indulgences? Baron, please do not invoke the other brothers in this conversation. Fine, fine. What about Andreas? Oh god, what about me? Certainly a man who attended the same university as Martin Luther can spare some thoughts on his work. Was he the guy that... Let's see. Controversial for his opinions on the church's sale of indulgences to forgive sin, which are recently... I must respect. Let's see. This really put me in a difficult position. Why not join a debate? It may bring everyone closer to understanding the truth. It'd be wise to defer to the abbot's authority and decline. Be quiet, I don't know what else to do. The hell with the abbot. If he can't handle a little criticism, he isn't fit to sit at the fancy table. That doesn't seem like the most prudent attitude at the moment. Okay, I'll probably choose the fool's things every now and then, but I don't have to actually, like, stick with them. Must respect Father Abbot's wishes at his table, my lord. And to Andreas? I expected more of you. Enough! Lord Rothvogel, you are a guest and held in high esteem, but you have worn out my patience. You will not be discussing Luther's work with Andreas, Thomas, Matthew, or with any other brother. Is that clear? I suppose, Father, it is your abbey, but you're taking too much offense at this, and you're far too afraid of change. Whether it's from Luther or someone else, reform is coming to the church. You had better accept it. What? Neither you nor Martin Luther dictate change to the Holy Church on their whim. This talk is beyond insulting. It's blasphemous, outrageous. How dare you? I see. I have overstepped my bounds. I suppose I've ruined everyone's supper. My apologies. In spite of this unpleasantness, I will make good on my manuscript payment and the donation of my copy of Historia Tessiae. If you cannot accept what the future will bring, perhaps it's time for you to come to terms with your past. Well, no need to overstay my welcome, fathers, brothers, Andreas. Good night. Damn. Thank you, Andreas, for not letting him engage you in his debate. No good would have come of it. Now then, I must ask you to leave so I can speak to the brothers in chapter privately. Brother Piero, please accompany Andreas out. Well, at least I wasn't getting kicked out because of something I did. We'll take my leave as well. Good night. Don't worry about Father Gernon and the Baron. I'm sure it'll all be fine in the morning. I hope Father Abbot can see that the Baron's heart is in the right place, even if he picked the wrong time to express himself. I think the Baron should apologize if he wants to be forgiven. Think on Matthew, Andreas. Our forgiveness should come like God's love, freely, without condition. In any case, I do hope the Baron respects the Abbot's wishes for the rest of his stay, for everyone's sake. Brother Piero, what do you think of Martin Luther's ideas? Huh, that is for younger and wiser men than me to decide. I am just a monk, thank God. Good night, my son. To the crypt, to the crypt. Go to the library. Please. I should get some sleep. Or... No! I want to go to the crypt, fuck. Should I have done that before the supper? Well, I can pop into these places for whatever reason. Ain't nothing new here. Let's see what's going on in the convent, baby! Where is this? Oh, it's the garden. Doesn't really seem like anything going on here. And the cat is still outside. Bless you, Andreas. God bless you, Mother Cecilia. Something I can help you with? No, my apologies until later. Well, guess that's it. So I do just have to head home. Well, technically I could go around below Andy. I doubt it's gonna let me. There's a lamp still burning in the guest house. Lorenz must still be awake. I wonder how he's doing. And what was he thinking? He's a baron, but he couldn't have expected that to go well. Storm doesn't seem to be laying up anytime soon. I should get back to Gertner's. Okay. Let's take a little peek. If I can. And guessing I can't go that way. Alright. Time to run back. Huh? It's a fucking ghost! Are you alright, Master Mailer? Did you see that? In the aqueduct? The ghost? Maybe? Could be a Roman, maybe even an old pagan. Wouldn't be the first time people have seen ghosts around these parts. Have you ever seen one? Mm-hmm. Usually around the ruins. Who knows how many restless Romans lie beneath those stones? Well, I think I found Johan's last lost sheep. I'm gonna head home. Take care, Master Mailer. You too. Okay, wild. What's this thing? Figures in the shrine to St. Christopher are quite nice. You can go into the forest. No drops from only flowers and can bloom this early in spring at this altitude. Shrine to St. Moritz, the statue looks ancient. Ah, Columbine, looks like it's coming in early. Let's see, I can go to the mill. I'm gonna assume it's not gonna let me go to the forest and... Well, no. Letting me go there, so fuck it. Let's see what's here. Oki's home. Oh my god, there's so much stuff that I haven't even explored. Interesting. What's over at the shrine? That's it. Carmen St. Sati, it looks quite old. Okay. Yep. Sure is. At least I don't think there's any people that I'll run into, so I don't have to start a huge conversation. Run full of bugs. No wonder Otto hasn't split it up. Waterfall must flow down from the snow realm in the mountains above the abbey. Here we go. Mine here too. Tazing's old salt mine. Oh, the town made money before the Imperial Road opened up. Let's go to the Via Imperii. The Imperial Road links Venice in the south with Stettin in the Baltic Sea in the north. Passes through Verona, Innsbruck, Nuremberg, and many other cities along the way. It also brings thousands of travelers to Tassing and Curacao every year. Love this night writing. Love that little depiction. I'm just thinking with all these areas, like, where all I could find someone dead or, like, some whatever, you know, like, mystery I have to sort of explore. Oh, no. No. I want to go back to the mill. Pale horse, still on the floor. Hello? Are you alright in there? Martins, the pale horse, death! Monastic hour corresponding to 2 a.m. is used for the night prayer. Sister, listen to my voice. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? Yes. Yes, Father, I hear you. Am I here? Is this now? Yes, you were with us, and this is now. I apologize, Andreas. I imagine that must have been quite alarming. Is she alright? She is, yes. Sister Amalie is a mystic, gifted with visions when God sees fit to give her one. Some are more frightening than others. What's she doing in there? Does she live in the church? How long has she been here? She lives there, yes. I'm a little surprised I haven't noticed her before. If you come to Mass more often, you would see that I give her communion through a window to her cell. Her cell? She is an anchoress, a religious hermit, so devoted to God that she doesn't close herself in a cell next to the church. Fucking sounds a little weird. She is dead to the world, but continues a life of prayer and religious contemplation. And sometimes, ever so rarely, she receives great and terrible visions. From malnourishment or like not getting outside enough. Is she local assassin or is she a nun at Curacao? Neither. She came here from a Benedictine abbey in Lower Bavaria after it burned down. I am her confessor and caretaker. Many anchoresses are not literate. I write down her visions to help interpret them. Not all the monks and nuns at Curacao could read, even the poor brother Volkbert. Thank you, Father Thomas. I must rest now. Of course, sister. She seems unhappy. She's not unhappy, but she is in pain, both physically and spiritually. Her spiritual pain comes from her revelations. They come and go. I try to address them as best I can. Physical pain comes from a deformity in her spine and aching in her joints. Damn, sucks. I know of no cure for that, save prayer to the Almighty. Yeah, how do you give this woman, I mean, I guess it's a door or something, but how do you give this woman, like, any kind of medicine? Sister Molly is saying she had a vision of death. Could someone be in danger? Oh no, don't rush to judgment. Her visions are divine and powerful, but they could have many meanings. Some of her revelations take years to comprehend. Some may never be understood at all, as God wills it. Still, the argument at dinner was quite troubling. Perhaps it has cast a shadow over our thoughts. Now then, the good sister appears to have fallen back to sleep. I must prepare for bed myself. Good night, Andreas. Good night, Father. That was, it's quite something. Let's go check out that mill, huh? See what's over there. Ooh, might even be able to get near the aqueducts. Looks like a Dutch windmill. What's it doing in Bavaria? Sub. Oh, look at this little guy. Yeah. I'm only gonna pet the pets probably like once because I feel like there's not a reason to do a good, you know, like 5-second animation every time. West Windows probably made in the Low Countries. And those are the farms. Okay. Finally, let's see the ruins, and then we'll head back to sleep. A child's drawings. I wonder who the artist is. Collapse. Must have allowed access to the aqueduct. Alright, to the church. Here we go. Ah, the mill is literally right there. Prince Bower and Widow. God, how big is this map? I was really, really not expecting there to be this many places I could go. The carvings are quite curious. Pretty neat. Johan's family keeps beehives for the honey and wax. I'll just take this path since I didn't go here before. Ah, that's... okay, so these were paths that the sheep were blocking me from doing before. Hope here is asleep. Oh, it's passed out as well. Dude, get my own bed, sweet. Trick or tricks keeps on. Okay, cool. And like, I should get some rest. Stay awake. Oh, I guess just to be like, not yet. Go sleep. Why is this little leggings? Oh great, and there's a leak. Okay, well now that we've learned probably like half the cast of characters, because apparently there's all the other farms and stuff. Shh, it's alright, Ursula. Alright, do you need any help with Ursula? No, a little crying won't hurt her. Besides, I think we've gotten almost all the leaks out, for now. Ursula is my first child and she's been a handful, but I think I have the hang of it now. Big George has been a godsend. He helped Christine with Eva when she was a baby. I never took you for a family man, Andreas. Not yet. I just wanted to be helpful. We're bros, both married. So there are plenty of nieces and nephews for me to play uncle to. I appreciate the offer. You'll make a fine husband someday, Andreas. When will this storm let up? It's been going all morning. Peter and Georg are outside trying to deal with the flooding as best they can. Why is the farm in danger? There's always a danger with this much rain, but we've lived through worse. Whatever happens, it will be as God wills it. We must have faith in Providence and endure what is to come. Oh, I have some food for you. Sweet. Thank you. Here, sorry I couldn't prepare anything more. Thank you, Otto wanted me to say... You know, Otto asked me to say hello? He's probably courting her. Be a good friend to him and just tell her. So what? They're not married, are they? Neither are you yet. Why not test the waters? Oh, I see. They'd probably be happy together. Oh, he did? Good. Thank you. Have a good day at the Abbey, Andreas. Try to stay dry. Thanks, you too. Good luck. Be good, Ursula. She's like, fuck this, it's wet as hell. Okay. I was just like, Ursula, like, fuck, this man just vanished into thin air. Andreas. Oh, I didn't say that the wall was broken. Is that from the flood? It is. It must have broken in the night. Some of our sheep escaped. We'll have to track them down later. This is the way it always is. Rain falls on the Abbey and rolls downhill to us little people. Well, it's hard to blame the Abbey for that. It's just how rain works. There's a reason we're down here and they're up there, Andreas. Anyway, I have to get back to this. See you later. Damn, it sucks. Stormy morning. Actually, put those in orders. They just kind of walk back and forth. Well, into town we go. Hey, Andres, you want me to help you with those horseshoes? Oh, Otto and Ava, huh? Yes, what about them? Come now, tell me juicy details about what's going on between them. I'm not a gossip, Andres. Yeah, I asked us to pour water onto the rumor mill for the concern I have for the happiness of my friends. Of course, Andres. Fancy talk for being nosy. Well, if you ask me, I think Otto's being a bit too slow about it. Oh? He's old enough already not to be smitten like a boy. They both like each other. Seems to me if you found the right person, you should go for it. What I would do. Where is Mistress, Smidden, if I may ask? Oh, that's a private matter. I have intended Sabine waiting for me in Nuremberg. Or to marry once I finish my warning year. I'm not even sure she's the right one, but it is a necessary step. It's not good for the soul to be alone, Andreas. I do hope to find someone to have at my side as we build a family. God has not given me this blessing. Why not? It could happen any moment, Andres. I hope so. I must get back to work, Andreas. Enough talk. Till later. Can I help? Nope. Okay. Thought it was actually going to be a thing of like me helping him work every day. Ooh, the bakery. There's Ulrich. Anna, Rhett. Andreas, such a pleasure to see you and looking so handsome as always. Back for more of my rye. Dear Grat, you know I can't stay away from your rye. Andreas. I was passing by, I thought I should say hello. Now I must say goodbye. Aren't you a good man? Well, you're always welcome here, Andreas. Always welcome to my rye. Be well. Till later, Greta. Yeah, we'll go get that rye. Yeah. What's going on out here? God be with you, Andreas. Seems like we have a good spring storm, though I hope it lets up soon. But good morning, it's annoying. Let's see. I'm sure it'll let up soon. God wills it. Ulrich, I paid Gret for last week's pumpernickel. Sorry to make you wait for it. It's no trouble at all. Please say hello to Lucky for me. Of course. Now I'm off to home and then to the Pfeiffers. What's going on? In this weather, can the Pfeiffers wait? Ellen has about a month to go before her child is due. Last one was hard. He didn't make it. God rest his soul. I just want to give her the best chance she can have. It's in God's hands. Trust in Providence. Always, Ulrich, but I'll do what I can to help. Why make the Lord do all the work? I must be off now. Good day to you both, and Andreas, stay out of the rain. Oh, Helen, I will pray for her help. I appreciate that, Andreas. Thank you. Until later. Until later, Agnes. God, there's a North Town too? Fuck, man. So much. It's like I'm actually playing like a full-fledged RPG, but the map is just 2D. Got this cat. Gotta pet every single pet. Every animal that I can. Okay, now we'll go back to the church, so let's go to North Town. More ruins? I wonder if they're from an old Roman colony. That thing is lucky to have so much room to work and actually grind. Yeah, I just wish these poor cats would get out of the rain. They're just hanging out here. You know what? Let's see what's going on at France's place. Maybe they'll have a cat. Seems like it's more or less the same. Alright, wait. Oh, hold on. Oh, yep. Hey, Ophelia. Hey, you were the one that yelled at Rothvogel. So what was that all about, huh? Was he a real bastard man last time or something? No, here's that farm, but let's... I don't think anything super important is going to be happening there. Alright. Father, I've said this before, but it isn't... Oh, this is lucky. It isn't good that the water drains here so quickly. It's affecting the foundation. It needs to be looked at. I understand, but if you dig here, you may be disturbing the bodies decomposing in the yard. Of course, Father, but they're going to be dug back up again anyway. Yes, but why disturb them unnecessarily? It's your church, Father, but you can't put this off forever. The foundation is going to crack. I understand. Perhaps after some of the bones have been moved to the ossuaries. Thank you, Lucky. Good day, Master Mailer. Hey, Father Thomas. Everything alright with the church? Oh yes, Lucky was again remind me of the danger severe rainfall can pose to the foundation. Oh yeah, this thing's gonna fucking crumble. God looks after his flock, but sometimes the pin requires an earthly hand. It will be taken care of. God be with you, Andreas. To you, Father Thomas. Until later. Let's see if I can do anything at the mill. Or at the outer farms. Nothing. What's this about? Oh. Doubt I have to head to the ruins. There's Till. Hello, Master Mailer. Hello, Till. Hold on a second. I will take care of that. Man, you know, after getting up, I just realized it is hot in here. Let's see. Bumped into any ghosts lately? No, not since we last spoke. Good, good. Have you ever seen a nicer view? Don't get sights like this in the cities, I expect. Probably be nice if it wasn't raining. Hard to believe that the Romans built a town all the way out here, and we just let these structures fall apart. Oh yes, the old Roman ruins. Tassing is full of them. Quite the marvels they are. I don't pay much mind to the writing on them, as I can't read Latin myself, but you might enjoy giving them a look. If you do, you'll have to tell me if they match the old legends I read about. Sort of old legends. Well, when Father Matthias was abbot, he would let me borrow books from the abbey's library. Wow, they just let anyone have the books, I guess. I think I read through half of that library before Father Gernot became abbot. I wonder why it will wait for me to prompt it to change the font. He and Father Thomas are strict about which books should be read now. Unless he's like speaking a different language or something. Books should glorify God, they say, not discuss the old pagan ways. Still, the accounts of the Romans and Tassing are my favorite. That old book talked about how the Roman knight, Gaius Metellus, defeated the Rhaetii, I think it was. Heavy snowfall had him caught in this very valley. Barbarians on all sides, and mace and a wolf to the night. Oh, Mars. God of war and agriculture, Mars represents civilization, peace through military might. Instead of killing the beast, Gaius followed it to a magical spring with trees covered in all sorts of fruit. Mars provided the wolf and the spring, and Gaius Metellus founded Tassing after defeating the barbarians to honor Mars. That's where all this came from. That's a lot like the story Brother Matthew told me about St. Moritz, without the Roman gods, of course. Here says, any record of Tassing for St. Moritz arrived? Yeah, kind of surprised about that. And written in German at that. It might be all fable, but I enjoy the story all the same. It's nice to feel you're connected to those who came before you, even if it's only by the land you live on. Books connect us to the past we could hardly imagine existed. Well said. It's been good chatting with you, Master Mailer, but I better get back to work. You let me know if you find any particularly good books in that library, alright? I will. Until later, Till. Martin? Hey, Martin. Let's see, get a friendly greeting from Martin. Will Martin help his family invite Martin to supper with the boys? Oh, I see. So this is... So I did not get a friendly greeting from Martin. Eat shit, Andreas. Okay. Damn, so I guess I'll see how my choices are going to affect things later. I should get to the scriptorium. Gernot will give me Nearfill if I'm late again. Which, I do like that. You know, there are games where it's like, oh, did did my choices lead up to this thing? Or, like, was this already predetermined? But, like, now we know that Martin, you know, now I know, like, depending on how I reacted to him or whatever, could give a friendly greeting or whatnot. Also, telling him to help his family, I feel like should not be negative. Fuck you, Martin. I'll be with you, Andreas. So preparing to leave, even with this weather? The weather is unfortunate, but the Baron's wife, Lady Solomon, will be arriving today. Or Solomia. My lord intends to depart as soon as she arrives. How long have they been married? 7 years now. She's a fine woman, a true lady. I was hoping to bid farewell to the Baron before he leaves. I'm sure he would appreciate that. He spoke highly of you before he went to bed. He was disappointed that you didn't debate him at supper, but he understands that you didn't want to anger the abbot. Right, so work here for the next month to part of the art of rhetoric is understanding the right forum in which to persuade someone. No, yeah. Gotta be in the right place for it. My lord always wants to discuss things when the mood hits him. He is often alone in feeling it, unfortunately. Is there any chance I could redeem myself in the Baron's eyes? I didn't earn his favor. But I turned down the Baron's supper invitation, eloquently declined to debate Lawrence at dinner. Fuck off. Perhaps not on this occasion. I believe you may have offended the Baron some other way as well. Some way? Or some ways. I would not fret too much about it, Master Mailer. He's a forgiving man. Where's your master gone then? Went for a walk early in the morning. He didn't say when he'd be back. Seems odd given the weather. Hoping to return soon. The rain is turning everything to mud. The Lord might surprise you, Andreas. He never minds getting mud on his boots. Of course, I'm the one who has to clean them. Baron seems to be quite an unusual man in many ways. Maybe so. I only know him as my lord for the last 7 years. That reminds me, did you see a short, surly-looking man in a hat on your way up this morning? Surely you don't mean me. Might as well. Huh, no, he was shorter than you by 2 hands at least. That can only be Martin Bauer. I might have gone with sullen or whiny, but yes, that's him. I don't have to insult him. That would explain my lord's missing rings. What rings are these? 1 gold, 1 silver, a handful of golden, and a book the Baron was planning to give to the Abbey. Book? Historia Tassier? I believe so, yes. I went to pack the Baron's things and they were missing. Boy's a known thief. It wouldn't surprise me if he was responsible for the missing rings. That would explain it then. Regrettably, he had ample opportunity for his theft. Oh no, what if it's not him and then like we put all the blame on him and then we find out it's not him later and we're just like, ah, shit. Yes, I got the boy with the hat, Martin, I suppose, peering in through the windows. Could have admonished him at the time, but he seemed harmless. That's a shame. Hope the Baron won't be too put out. My lord is a man of some means. He won't miss the gold or the rings. I do think he'll be upset about the book. He was quite excited for the abbot to see it. In any case, I must finish preparing the horses. It was good talking to you, Andreas. Of course, I hope this rain lets up for you soon. God willing. Until next time. Till then. Let's see. I suppose the Baron is in here. Man, didn't get his favor. Guess 3 out of 5 ain't good enough. It's hanging out in the shrine. Alright, I doubt I can, but let's see if I can sneak into the library by any chance. Nope. I guess I'll play out later. Oh yeah, maybe I should have gone by that one house and been like, hey, sorry I didn't show up for dinner, before. Rich guy kind of forced me into it. I'm sure he'll tell me when I actually have this. He'll probably let me know when I'm allowed to, you know, figure out that cipher. To work, guy, go. Oh, this is wonderful. The rest of the abbey is soaked and there's not a drop of rain in here. Good thing the abbey had all replace the roof to the scriptorium and library last month. With the calefactory next door, we can stay warm while everyone else is cold and wet. You know, warming room in monasteries. Calefactories are usually attached to the cloister, and Curacao is part of the old abbey, therefore connected to the old scriptorium. Keeps the monks warm and library dry. Wait. Instead of bragging about our good fortune, you should think about your brothers and sisters and pray for their health and safety. Brother Adolf, are you happy that the books are safe? It's first I said one our work. Other guy's mirth at the misfortunes of our brethren has quenched the flame of joy in my heart. Damn. Huh, we have the grumpy old monk, but where's the nice one? Brother Piero, haven't you seen him yet today? I did, before Brother Guy arrived. Brother Piero left to speak to the abbot some time ago. What? Why is Matthew ringing the bell? It can't be terrace already. I pray it stops soon. Such a cacophony is an assault on my frail ears. It's not stopping. Suppose this means we're being summoned to the chapter house. God, give me the strength to endure the rain. It's 50 feet, old man. You'll live. God, give me the strength to endure this, man. I'm gonna love this old crony bastard. These bells do keep still not stopping. What's going on? This can't all be because of the storm. I should see what's the matter. Someone is going to be hung on this rope. I am calling it now. Oh. Startling scream. I don't even know where the scream just came from. Oh, okay. I can't actually go in the tower. Scream was in the dormitory? Then? I don't know where that scream came from at all. Oh, wait. Okay, so that failed. Let's see. Brother Matthew rang church bells early, and now there's a screaming in the chapter house. So she was, let's see. Just down the hall, maybe the chapter house. I think something terrible has happened, Master Andreas. Oh, who is it? Holy shit. What's happened? I think it's the Baron. He's been hurt. Oh boy. Please, Father, where's Brother Florian? Have him come quickly. Be silent, brother. Brother Florian, if you please. Is he gone? Oh. I'm sorry, Father, there's nothing to be done. He's dead. Damn, poor Marguerite. Sister Marguerite, calm yourself. Sister Gertrude, please take Sister Marguerite back to the garden. Yes, Mother Cecilia. God protect us. The Baron was a friend of the Prince Bishop of Phrasing. Why is he so worried about the Prince Bishop? This abbey is odd in more than one way. Its existence offends some in the church. We are far enough from Rome and, Mainz? Everyone forgets about us, but this could bring unwanted attention. Okay, on the Rhine River, Mainz is the home of the Archbishop of Mainz and Elector of the Holy Roman Empire and Primus Germanae. Pope substitute north of the Alps. Florian, how easily do you think you could dispose of this body? Father Abbot, what are you saying? Why are you questioning me? Why are you wasting precious time? Do you want to see the soldiers of the Prince Bishop march up our steps and fling your brothers and sisters out of our home? We pray God protect us. Silence! Quiet! Calm yourselves, all of you. Father Abbot, Baron Rothvogel's manservant is already preparing to leave. The Baron's wife should be here in a matter of hours. This is not the time for rash decisions. Yes, you're right. Forgive me. What then? What will we do? We must send the Baron's men to the court of the Prince Bishop in Phrasing at once. Mother Cecilia, the Baron said the Prince Bishop's Archdeacon was in Innsbruck for the Imperial Diet. Even better, swift action will silence any whispers of impropriety on our part. Given the Baron's stature, the Archdeacon will undoubtedly come to investigate immediately. We must cooperate with him fully and pray for a speedy resolution. Yes, good. Thank you, Mother Cecilia. Brother Wojslav, please detain Brother Piero in the cellar until the Prince Bishop's man arrives. What? Brother Piero? Why? Father Gernot, I implore you to reconsider. He was caught in flagrant delicto, covered in blood with a knife in his hand. And blazing offense, indicating an individual has been caught in the act of committing a crime. Father, do you really believe that Brother Pierre is capable of such a foul deed? Yes, capable enough when motivated by anger. I had no anger against the Baron, Father Abbot. I simply came across him like this. No anger? Not even for insulting your work and forcing us to give it to Andreas? It is not a subject for debate. When the Prince Bishop's man arrives, we must not be empty-handed. Let's see, he wasn't angry. Anyone who's in the scriptorium knows that. Even Guy knows that. Even if Piero wanted to kill the Baron, he's not physically capable of the act. He can barely hold a brush, much less plunge a knife into a man's body. Be quiet, this is not your affair. See, it is my affair if you're gonna make me part of Brother Piero's supposed motive. I am through debating this with you. I'm sure that's gonna come into play and hurting me later. My decision stands. Brother Władysław will detain Brother Piero in the cellar until I say otherwise. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. I'm good. Brother Florian, please escort Andreas out of the abbey. Andreas, do not show your face here again until tomorrow. Do you understand me? Well, we got our murder. Andreas, listen to me. I sympathize with you. I don't think Piero did this either, but this isn't the time to push the abbot. I'm sure the other brothers and sisters believe Piero's innocent as well, but the abbot's worried about the Prince Bishop's attention. If you have any recommendations, I'd love to hear them. Take a few hours to calm your nerves and your mind. You need to think clearly. Go to the Druckers, eat a good meal, and come back at Nantes. Sickle hour corresponding to 3 p.m., one of the little hours of prayer. We won't have much time, but tap on my window with a small stone and I'll let you in. Let me in for what? To examine the body. Ooh. Okay. 2 days, 2 hours remain. Wait. Oh, till what? Just follow Florian's advice and go to the Druckers. Hopefully it'll clear my head. Why is that bell still going off? Again, can't go back into the church to look around. Oh, hello. What is this? What's this? A letter to the Baron from Friar Frederick? Baron Rothvogel. My god, Lorenz was blackmailing Frederick to get him to perform some kind of occult ritual. Baron Rothvogel. Yeah, I can't read that. No wonder Frederick was so unsettled when Lorenz arrived. The Baron could have gotten him executed for witchcraft. Oh. The investigation has already begun. We gotta go back. There could be more clues. See anything in the shrine? See anything? And I doubt I'm gonna find anything in the convent. But might as well try. He's probably not gonna give me anything. I need to talk to you again about the Baron, how you walked away with the sisters when you arrived. Given that the Baron was just murdered, it seems worth inquiring about the cause. Why, do you not trust in the Abbot's judgment? It's not the Abbot's judgment that matters, but the Archdeacon's. It's not that, I just want to understand what's happened. As do I. I share concerns over the Abbot's assumptions about Brother Piero's guilt, but you must be careful about how you proceed. The Abbot does not want anything to interfere. I guess I've just been... I probably am supposed to go, like, eat, and then I am given kind of the job to investigate or whatever, but I've kind of just skipped eating and started investigating. That includes you. Then help me. Help you what? Blame someone else for the murder? Help me find justice. What does justice look like, Andreas? It's not a Socratic exercise, Mother Cecilia. And you are no... whoa, big name. Thrasymachus, a sophist of ancient Greece who debated with Socrates on the nature of justice in Plato's Republic. Fair point. Someone will die for this murder, Andreas. If it is not Brother Piero, it will be someone else. The killing of a powerful noble cannot go unpunished, especially while he was under the protection of the abbot. And help me find who did it before the Archdeacon arrives. I am simply a nun. Why do you think I can help you? I saw how you reacted when the Baron arrived. You must know something about what's going on. Alright, I did have reason to be concerned about Baron Rothvogel's presence. The Baron caused irreparable harm to one of the sisters on his last visit. The damage was severe enough that she had to leave us for some time. Oh no, what kind of harm? Irreparable. That's why I removed the sisters from his presence as soon as I could. Which sister? Can I speak with her? No, Andreas, I don't think that would be appropriate. I understand this is less information than you likely wanted, but I do not think I can tell you any more in good conscience. Trust me when I say that the victim of this incident could not have killed the Baron. I need more. Are there any records on her, or what happened? Yes, we keep records on all the sisters in the library. Not that it does you any good. You're not allowed. Could I ask Sister Illuminata to see them? She won't give them to you. Our records aren't available for outsiders to look through. Sister Illuminata told me there's a secret entrance into the library. Oh, and do you know where it is? Yes, I found it while exploring the crypt. Okay, I guess I was just gonna let that info go no matter what. Don't try it, you'll be caught, and you'd be lucky if the abbot only banished you from the abbey until Judgment Day. We'll see. Thank you for your help. May God bless you, Andreas Mailer. I see, I see. What's going on in here? Yep, still locked. Anyone else out and about? No. But we did learn some slightly more information. Alright, so probably go to the Druckers, have a meal, and we'll save it and end there. Although, let's check out the forest. Anything new around here? Okay, nothing here. Waterfall. Nothing new with the waterfall. Hey, the kids are at the old salt mine. Hi. Alright, you're the miller's boy. What are you kids doing down here? Frogs. What was that? Frogs. I like that Burholt also has the typesetting font. Let's see, we're not really looking for frogs. I am. Me too. It appears you're outnumbered. Your parents know you're down here. Yes? No. Don't tell my dad. Why don't you tell me what you're really up to? I don't want to get into trouble. We're in trouble? Not yet. Right? I'm not your father, or your father. I can't tell you what to do. We're throwing rocks. We're... Rocks down the hole! You throwing rocks in the old mine? Maybe. It's just they fall for a long way, and if you lie on the edge, you can hear them go clink way down below. I've thrown 100 rocks. It's really not that many, but it's not that many. What do you think's at the bottom? Rocks! Aside from the rocks. Salt? Dad says the dead guys ate it. He means the Romans. They built the salt mine, the aqueduct too. The aqueduct, the Imperial Road, and many other things besides. It seems this town is riddled with Roman building projects. Tell me about the treasure. Oh, right. There's something shiny at the bottom. It's what we want to hit with the rocks. What do you suppose it could be? I don't know. I guess I hadn't thought about it. The treasure. We should get it. I don't think that's a good idea. That's a long way down. You could be hurt. So, I'm gonna live forever! Hell yeah, kid. Dad says that's blasphemy. Are you gonna tell Andreas? No, the treasure will be our secret. Oh, I didn't see that bug flying in front of Andreas' face, and it freaked me out because I thought he just had a giant spider on him. Yes! Thank you, Master Mailer. Till later. So, treasure at the bottom of the old salt mine, huh? See, now we're gathering information. This is the stuff I like. Being like, okay. Like, all the pieces are, you know, they're gathering here. Question is, has that treasure been there for a long time? Or has it only been recently that stuff's been down there? Smokey! Oh, Master Mailer. Yes? We met once before, I think. We were enjoying something by the waterfall. I'm Smokey. Well, Adam, but people call me Smokey. Oh, these are... Let's see, you're the charcoal burner. Yes, I remember. Ah, good. So, is there anything I can do for you? No, just being friendly. Oh, of course. Good to see you. Until next time, Master Mailer. Until next time. Oh, hello. Hello, you're not a local, are you? No. I'm staying in Tassing, only briefly. Smokey a friend of yours? No, I mean, I didn't know him before coming to Tassing, but he's let me stay with him, so yes, I suppose he is. People don't much like Romani. Most folk despise anything that's different. I like staying on the edge of town. See, different is merely different, not better or worse. I search to find wherever is different, it's the differences in our style that makes their work unique. Different is merely different, not better or worse. Not to most folk. I haven't seen you too often. Do you live here? I'm only visiting Tassing as well. My name is Andreas Mailer. Oh, you're the artist staying up at the Abbey. It's nice to meet you. Most folk in Tassing don't come down here to talk. Right. I'm Vaxlaw, a traveling tinker. I travel from place to place, sharpen knives, mend small things that need mending, that sort of thing. What brought you to Tassing? Vaxlaw? Well, I actually came to visit Kursal's library. I had hoped for one of the monks to read them to me, but the abbot wouldn't let me in. It's a great shame that Kursal hides his books away from the town. Everyone should have access to knowledge. We're alike in that regard, Master Mailer. What were you looking for? Well, I explained I was looking for a text about the elements. If they're primordial, as Aristotle says, then God didn't create them. They exist with him since the dawn of time. That's a fascinating idea. Not only that, but it explains the presence of the angels and demons before the creation of the world. Of the 5 elements, angels are fire and air, and demons water and earth. And the world was ether before the Lord formed it. Oh, are the demons actually water and earth? Interesting. Never heard of that. That's why Satan appeared as a snake to Eve. Snakes can only dwell in deep caves and pools. Oh, I guess that makes sense. You don't be fooled, God created the elements, just imagine it. Never considered it that way before, you might be onto something. Did not expect such open dialogue with you, Master Mailer. You men with your stature could entertain such ideas with someone like me. Anyway, I should get back to work. Till later, Vaxlaw. I need to pay attention, I need to pay attention next time a, like, important dialogue choice is remembered. So that I can know if there is any, indication in the dialogue box that shows it's an important choice. Hey, Klaus, sorry for yesterday. Good day, Andreas. Back from the Abbey already. It's only noon. Andreas, are you alright? No, something terrible has happened. Oh god, what happened? No, forgive me. Come inside and sit down for a minute. Yes, this has been a difficult day. I could use a distraction. I have just the thing, then. I'd like your opinion on my latest project. Okay, probably after this conversation I might pause, or well, save and quit. Good day, Andres. Should I fix you a plate? Sorry, I don't... Well, it's not too much trouble. I'd appreciate it. It'd be my pleasure. This rain has got everyone's spirits down. Hopefully a good meal can cheer you up. Hello. Well, Berthold, how are you? Sleepy. From Throne Rocks, I bet. Come back to my workshop. I'm gonna do a new run until Eulenspiegel. There was a painting a few years ago in Strasbourg, but it was awful. Almost bereft of illustrations. What do you think of these new ones? They look wonderful, excellent work. Figures and composition are terrific, but the background is quite dense and busy. Hey man, anyone that can draw a background, they're fucking golden. Thank you, I'll be sure to let Marie know. Are these her woodcuts? They are. The drawings were mine, but she did the block cuts. I've got enough talent to draw the designs, but only she can do the woodcuts and the type. Bless us, O Lord, and these your gifts, which we are about to receive from your bounty. Through Christ our Lord, amen. Amen. I'm hungry. Amen. Andreas, what were the bells for at the Abbey? They were sounding for a long time. Visiting nobleman Lorenz Rothvogel was found murdered in the chapter house. God in heaven, he just rode by here yesterday. Yes, and it gets worse. One of the elderly brothers I worked with in the scriptorium, Piero, was accused of the crime. That's awful, a murder in Curacao? How could a monk do such a thing? I'm sorry, Andreas. The Baron seemed like an interesting man, and I know he's been a patron of the Abbey for years. How did he die? Could it have been an accident? And does the abbot really believe that Brother Piero killed him? We've always spoken of him in the kindest terms. Let's see, it seems like Loren's been stabbed, but I don't know. There's a lot of blood around him. There's a lot of blood, but I'd better not speculate about what happened. But no, I can't believe Piero did it. I can't imagine him harming anyone. I want to hear about the blood. Maybe I've been reading you too many scary stories. But if it wasn't Brother Piero, who do you think could have done it? I did see Lucky Steiner get into a shouting argument with Lorenz yesterday, just before I walked by your place. There we go. Lucky, what would he have caused to shout at a nobleman? Oh god. Let's see, what can I eat? Bread, sausage, egg pasta. Let's eat the egg pasta first. Hope that was the right choice. There's probably something else going on that you wouldn't know about, dear. What do you mean by that? I'm not one to trade gossip, but if you really want to know, talk to some of the other women in town. Or Mother Cecilia up at the Abbey. I spoke with Mother Cecilia already. Her resolve to protect sisters is unrelenting. Yes, I would imagine so. Oh, there's no need for that. Lucky is a forthright man. I'm sure if you ask him, he'll tell you what the argument was about. Thank you both. That's good advice. There's something else, though. When Lorenz and I were walking through the meadow, the widow Kemperin came out of the woods and... Oh yeah, her. Yes? Well, she cursed him. Damn, this conversation would have been good, would have been pretty good, recap for next stream. I'm not surprised. Ottilia's late husband, Rennig, ran afoul of Lorenz on his last visit to Tassing. I don't remember the details, but Rennig died just last year, and Ottilia hasn't been the same since. Let's go for... Let's see, I'm trying to remember. It was the... Was it the bread was the last thing before? Let's eat the sausage. She was always an old bitch even before she was old. Klaus, that's enough. She's had to deal with a job's lot in life. And now she lives all alone at the edge of the woods. There are rumors she's gonna lose her property soon. I do pity her, even if she is a bitter woman. There should be some exception in the law for her to inherit. I don't know what legally barred from inheriting. It all depends on the details of the lease. Did she come from a wealthy family? She did, in fact. Wealthier than Ranig's, anyway. If the land they lived on was part of her dowry, she may make a case to lay claim to it or a property of equal value. Well, well, are you a lawyer, Andreas? Enough about Tilly. Is there anyone else you may think have done it? I don't know if he has any ill intent, but Prior Frederick has been acting strangely since the day Lorenz arrived. Perhaps an academic disagreement. I know they're both avid readers, both of classics and new works. On his last visit, the Baron bought a book on astronomy from me. I know the Prior has some similar interests. But would the Prior kill someone over a simple disagreement? It's not that outlandish. When I was in university, I saw men throw punches over small academic concerns. What is an opinion for some is a testament to faith for others and worth killing for. It may be so, but I've never seen this sort of anger in Prior Frederick. Not even when Gernot made Abbot instead of him. Afterward, he seemed bitter, but never violent. This just doesn't seem part of his character. So, Lucky, the widow, and the Abbey Prior. Anyone else? There was something strange when we approached the Abbey together. Mother Cecilia was outside with some of the sisters. Mother Cecilia scowled and took the nuns inside without saying a word. Looked like they have a history, at least. I do not know Mother Cecilia personally, but I've never heard anyone speak badly of her. I guess it doesn't matter which food item I have, but I feel like the fact that it gives me a choice between them, like, I have to kind of choose, right, you know? She had cause to dislike the Baron. I must believe she had good reason. Well, Andreas, it sounds like there's a lot to look into. You never talked to me. I was feeling overwhelmed. You're always welcome here, Andreas. Anytime. Yeah! You're especially welcome with this one. God be with you, Andreas. Thank you. God be with you. Oh, right. I guess I kind of chose between eating with the Druckers and eating with them. Several leads to follow, but where should I start? I talked to Lucky Steinauer. He's probably worked in front of his house. The widow Kemperin lives south of here, near Franz Bauer. Prior Frederick is usually at the scriptorium, but I won't be able to talk to him until tomorrow. Still, nothing could prevent me from talking to Mother Cecilia in the convent. But if I don't attend Brother Florian's examination of the body at the Abbey, he'll have to do it without me. I do kind of want to examine the body. Alright, so... Oh, I didn't know you would accidentally open the console in this game. Anyways... Oh, so it tells you when the last save was. So, cool. We'll definitely continue this. I'm interested. It's got me. Sounds pretty good. But yeah, that'll be the end for today. Thank you to everybody that came by today. I appreciate you. Hope everyone has a good rest of their day or night. And I will see you next time for some other games. Goodbye.